Murray. Defines.
Initiative fully set here for Positive Murray.
Landing all the debuffs.
Slapping with that game press. Oh, fine. Stopping that counterattack though. Knockball so powerful. Now we're naming our weapon we were wanting to go through unharassed.
Such arrogance.
Not looking good here. And we have the Tywin to top it all off.
It's not too
Soulbone
late.
activated again. He got just enough there.
Big for your life.
And with the C-Phantom all this, we are enraged.
Oh, the damage
That's
is
a
All
full
the
stun.
debuffs.
No defense break on
goodness.
haste, but the triple stun.
That's GG. Come
Oh,
out, me
man,
credit
that
land
was-
on time. Just for the time being.
She's out of there.
Well,
Can
that-
Robbie do this 2v1 situation.
That E-break could have been on the Robbie, so.
That's
Sober.
Sober resistant though.
Comes Robbie.
Doesn't
Fire
see
Robbie.
needs to break. Ripping it.
Got the crit on the Lua.
The double drive.
On Perino.
What stun?
Ooh, we got the stun.
Big there.
Is that enough? No, not on there. There's Lua.
Counter.
Can you get the-
Get a counter.
Oh,
there it
no
is.
E-break in the counter.
And the crit.
This is insane.
Yeah, she's activated. She does have skill 3 again. I feel like she's been ripping these skill 3s back to back.
The fire Robbie.
Needs to land defense break for that extra damage. Oh,
The E-break extended.
Yeah.
hey, that was huge.
3.3 left.
Miss.
Shots for a
and
set.
counter.
Shots for a set from the Karina. That is it.
Oh my
That's
god.
Super Saiyan. Oh, the percent.
Thank goodness.
Extra damage.
I think this is a win for Skizu. There's no RNG that will carry Mr. Palm through this from here.
Definitely not, and I think Mr. Pong
Give all that you
is
have.
fighting for his life out here. Conquer Lilies is not giving up. Skill 3 does the walk, figure up for the Lone Crescent Bologna. 1 health in a dream.
One
I
health.
think our
1, 2
dream is
characters.
shattered today.
Versus the 4. Ah, this might just be it.
Hold on though. Lone Crescent Bologna is gonna get a little flat back. Now Shu gets a buzz.
Oh, and the pass again. Oh, okay. Oh, but still not enough
Oh,
to get.
not enough damage.
Not
Not
even
enough.
one.
Sharp boost.
That is it for
So
Mr.
low.
Kong. And one. And the next match immediately after. Here's Faith.
And right
Litica.
here, notice that Faith's Litica
2D breaks.
is not invisible. So the Rimuru ends up being completely useless right here. He doesn't use its skill 2 to respond because the Litica never had a buff in the first place.
That's a very specific tech. Normally, this is a character you put on Guiding Light and you forget about all the other artifacts. And now, you have to wonder, how is he pegging around this Faithless? And Vicious Tywin says, no, I'm
the
looking
knee
to
break.
take Konami
Here's
out
the
of
flash.
the game.
Oh, the quad stun.
Hate to see it.
No way.
Lean going out with her S3 doing a huge amount of damage.
With
to
the defense
Seiya.
break,
She even survived.
Celine. 20. Oh,
Barely.
heals back in. About the Robbie.
Bong takes out the
Ah!
Grand Price.
Down to, does Arya get hit by Genoa? He does ignore defense, even though he's doing less damage to a water unit. All of that defense that Arya builds, like 2,000 something, equals 0 against Genoa.
That is certainly our question of the day. I mean, Moon Bunny Dominion pushes everything up. Bite. Who do we bite into? Chomping into the Laya.
Burning quickly.
Yep, that is so aggressive. He does not
Flash.
hesitate at all.
Lands the defense break on Arya. Oh, on 3 of them, this is going to do a
Going
lot
all
of
the
damage.
way.
Even though Vivian normally doesn't hit that hard, this is going to
Oh, it does hit hard. What are you talking about?
One-shot this team. He's barely
The
hanging
team's
on
almost
there.
gone. Oh my God.
Blue unit.
Nothing.
Vicious Tywin is able to S1, but he can't S3. There's nothing he
He's
can
gone.
do. She counters, she takes out the Genoa.
Nekomoro.
She's now blinded. She has no more stacks. This Vivian is wide open.
Oh, Lia's still alive.
Arya taking the turn, and her skill 2
Oh,
is
and
fully
Nakamura
activated.
has
Basically,
the
she has
fist
5
up.
stacks, cleaning up Hazumare's team.
Double fist.
This Arya soloing the entire left side right here.
Nekomoro.
Up the Arya a bit, did a lot of damage. Now Blood Moon Haste is bringing it up, and he might immediately kill this Shu potentially.
22k HP. He needs to do the math math on his damage, this is one of those low HP builds for the Blood Moon Haze in order to cheese out the Galililius. But he's done doing his math. He's gonna rip it.
Oh, what? What?
Barely
What?
kill.
Nekoboro jumps off his chair.
Nekoboro is
worth
not
of difference.
looking glad about that. Oh man, he puts his arms behind his head. He's like, no, if I just had a little bit more, if I had like 100 HP on my Blood Moon Haste, I could have done it.
Oh, even with the passive.
Oh man, that was such a huge missed kill, and now Hosmerake is completely going along with his game plan. Solitaria now raining down all of these debuffs. Going
to take a turn the entire match because Maya also reduced the cooldown of Solitaria's stun. So the stun is permanent essentially. She's just dead in the water. Hosmerake can just take his time, really just go as slow as he wants because the moment that Maya gets her skill 3 up, which is this turn, he can immediately start
There
taking
it is.
people out.
The base toss. Rock Spirit. And the haste is gone.
24,000 damage immediately going the Blood Moon Haste. It's pathetic that this bass guitar is stronger than Blood Moon Haste in his entirety, and it just takes him out in one blow.
Solitaria's show starts again. I think that was the final name in the coffin.
Yep.
And Hosmerake.
Is she gonna completely nuke? Is this gonna work?
Hosmerake, did you change your gear in the middle of...
Oh, so much more! Just Arya left.
Might have
This
been
thing really
geared.
takes them out.
Might
There's
have been
no
geared.
book on this build. That's why it just went so crazy. Can Arya solo this entire match though?
I mean, she's going to have to. That is the only win condition left for Oskizu, the lone warrior standing. This is her Alamos, one counterattack.
The focus.
He activates. They really have to deal with this knock wall though, because if she's able to wrap around and actually land some big debuffs, it could be a huge problem.
That's some
So
fun.
she is able to use her skill 2, which does make it so
saw the
Arya's
question mark.
passive no longer exists. We see another counterattack though, and she's gone.
That counterattack stands, just holding up so much value for Oskizu. And
Counter
now all
continues.
this extra speed being
Chatty.
punished.
I don't think there's anything you can do against Arya.
Arya,
There's no
nightmare.
hard debuffs for her.
Is it
She's
happening
just
again?
completely turned them apart.
Oh, she says,
Oh
and the
my
focus.
goodness, you fool! You
Stacks.
let me through again? Know your place. Look what happens when
counter
you let Arya
continues.
through.
And the Sage Vivian gets taken out. That's Hosma's win condition.
The 1v4. Hosmerake taps out and that's GG Oskizu.
Think about saving
Going
it
for
to
that
heal
big
later.
stun.
But nope, he decides to go for it.
Earning a life on the line. This needs to come up huge.
Double stun.
Once
the
again,
restoration.
stuns too.
Right
But Mediator
there.
Career right there again, catching those stuns, and now ready to turn the tide.
It will not matter much.
We're getting
Hand guy.
farther and farther into frenzy too. Eventually, this Kowarik might almost be able to just nuke the line. She doesn't counterattack here.
Hold Ross.
She does get the counter.
Pound.
Huge
Almost.
Barely surviving. You see the skill 2? How much does this do? Only
5 down the
6,000.
counter.
Oh, another counterattack. This Fire Robbie
Fire
really
Robbie
wants to
shows.
keep Hosma in the game.
Now, if you take out Ross, then you're only going to be getting dual attacks with Emil Kowarik.
Through the
Are
barrier.
you able to actually survive that?
But you don't want to risk the defense breaking a turn in case the fight still lasts that long.
Sober.
Forward coming out for the extra turn, but we see another counterattack from this Robbie. This counter set is
Frenzy
single-handedly
four.
winning him this. Wait a minute. If this doesn't cover...
Oh, and oh, Robbie.
Covered out.
And the Robbie
38. Some heal back.
She healed her 3,000.
What's the damage?
But I don't think she
Can
can
you hit?
survive this Kowarik.
Mediator Career, this is
And
so
that'll
much
be it.
damage.
Oskizu goes into top 3.
에는 프리다를 어떤 계승자분들에게 좀 추천을 해드리는지
추천을 할 수 있는 그런 플레이를 지향하는 유저분들에게 굉장히 좋은 영웅이라고 볼 수 있겠습니다.
네, 안녕하세요. 계승자 여러분, 크리에이터 광준입니다. 제가 저번에 슈퍼 크리에이티브에서 신월의 루나에 대한 프리뷰를 진행을 했었는데 오늘은 서울 동대문 V스페이스 결승전 무대가 펼쳐질 곳에서 다시 한번 월광소환 컨텐츠를 진행하게 되었습니다. 이번에는 어떤 영웅과 함께하게 될지 제가 한번 소환해 보도록 하겠습니다. 두 번째 월광소환, 지난 시간에 이어서 에픽7을 대표하는 계승자 두 분을 또 모셔봤는데요. 담담 선수랑 또 휘트 선수 이렇게 모셔봤습니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
네, 담담 선수 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
휘트 선수 같은 경우에는 이번에 에픽7 월드 챔피언십 2024에서 약간 업종 변경을 하셨잖아요. 심판으로.
네.
심판으로 지켜보는 경기는 또 어땠나요?
계승자들에게 있어서 1년에 한 번 있는 축제 아닌가요?
그렇죠.
기여를 할 수 있다는 것 자체가 굉장히 보람을 느끼는 것 같습니다.
그 이번에 담담 선수 같은 경우에는 감명 깊게 본 경기가 있다면 한 경기 정도 있을까요?
고명미 선수가 이제 해랑대의 단점을 많이 상쇄시켜주는 그런 조합을 구성해서 왔는데 굉장히 인상 깊었습니다.
확실히 담담 선수가 선수 출신이라서 경기를 보는 눈이 확실하시네요. 자, 오늘 최고 티어에서 이제 경기를 계속해서 진행해주고 있는 담담 선수와 휘트 선수와 함께 소개해드릴 영웅은 바로 프리다입니다. 자, 에픽7의 많은 영웅들이 이제 스토리와 컨셉을 가지고 있는데 프리다 역시도 그 컨셉을 좀 가지고 있거든요. 어릴 때부터 가문의 사생아로 자라서 집안 사람들의 눈치를 보다 보니 어른스러워질 수밖에 없었던 성격의 캐릭터고, 갑작스러운 아버지의 죽음 이후에 집안의 처치곤란이었던 폐업 직전의 워터파크 오아시스랜드를 얼떨결에 상속받은 캐릭터입니다. 두 분 이제 프리다 첫인상은 어떻게 보셨나요?
첫 인상 같은 경우 굉장히 약간 부잣집 아가씨 같은 그런 느낌이 들었고, 약간 그리고 장난기가 좀 많을 것 같은.
사생아인데 의젓하잖아요. 뭔가 좀
그렇죠.
응원해주고 싶어지는 그런 캐릭터가 아닌가 싶습니다.
확실히 사생아임에도 불구하고 의젓하게 본인의 이제 워터파크를 꾸며 나가는 모습, 에픽7 내의 스킬 셋에도 많이 반영이 되어 있거든요. 이번에 등장한 프리다는 소울번 활용에 초점을 둔 냉기 속성 정령사인데요. 자신과 전열 아군의 소울번을 무료로 만들어주고, 그리고 아군의 공격력과 행동 게이지를 증가시켜주는 수속성 정령사 영웅입니다. 먼저 1스킬인 튜브 던지기는 프리다가 튜브를 던져 적을 공격하고 자신을 제외한 행동 게이지가 가장 높은 아군의 행동 게이지를 최대 15% 증가시키고요. 스킬 레벨업당 피해량과 행동 게이지를 증가시킵니다. 또한 1스킬인 튜브 던지기는 소울번 20개를 사용했을 때 튜브 대신 아쿠아라이드를 사용해 아군 전체의 약화 효과를 1개 해제하고 2턴간 자신의 최대 생명력에 비례하는 보호막을 발생시키는 스킬입니다. 이 스킬인 환상으로의 초대는 첫 전투 시작 시 자신과 전열 아군에게 오아시스 자유이용권이라는 패시브를 발생시키는 스킬인데요. 오아시스 자유이용권은 첫 소울번 사용 시 비용이 발생하지 않습니다. 또한 아군이 소울번 사용 시 자신의 행동 게이지를 최대 20% 증가시키고요. 스킬 레벨업에 따라 행동 게이지를 증가시킬 수 있습니다. 3스킬인 오아시스랜드 개장의 경우 아군 전체의 행동 게이지를 최대 25% 증가시키고 2턴간 공격력 증가 버프를 발생시킵니다. 스킬 각성을 하게 되면 아군 전체의 약화 효과를 1개 해제할 수 있게 되고요. 스킬 레벨업에 따라 행동 게이지와 쿨타임 한 턴 감소가 가능해집니다. 두 분이 보시기에 프리다의 스킬셋은 좀 어떻게 평가를 하시나요?
지금 메타가 효절을 기반으로 한 덱들이 좀 있잖아요. 그런
그렇죠.
것들을 이제 무료 소울본으로 일망타진할 수 있다. 굉장히 큰 메리트라고 생각하거든요.
소울번 사용 비용을 0으로 만들어주는 굉장히 유니크한 효과를 가지고 나왔는데요. 당장 출시뿐만 아니라 앞으로도 이 유니크한 스킬셋으로 활약이 기대되는 영웅이라고 생각합니다.
확실히 두 선수의 평가가 어느 정도 좀 겹치는 부분이 있는데, 혹시 프리다를 사용하실 때 예정된 아티팩트 같은 게 있을까요?
아무래도 프리다의 이제 전용 아티인 전박이 머리끈 아니면은 이제 헤어를 위해서 응급구조 키트를 사용할 수도 있고요. 그리고 이제 뭐 유지력을 챙기기 위해서 수월파?
확실히 그런 아티팩트를 채용하면 프리다를 좀 다방면에서 사용을 할 수 있겠네요. 혹시 아이템 세팅 같은 거는 담담 선수가 추천을 좀 해줄 수 있을까요?
기본적으로 프리다 같은 경우에는 기본으로 효과 저항 수치를 30%라는 높은 수치를 보유하고 있기 때문에 저항 세트를 추천드리고요. 프리다 같은 경우에 턴을 잡아야 하는 영웅이다 보니까 속도 세트와 저항 세트를 추천드리고 있습니다.
확실히 좋은 평가 감사합니다. 저희가 이제 바로 모의전에서 실제 성능을 테스트해 보도록 하겠습니다. 담당 선수 지금 약간 위기감 느끼나요?
생각보다 소울번이 많은 것으로 예상돼가지고
라이아에 바로 그냥 3스킬 박아줍니다.
자, 라이아의 3스킬 사용해주고 있는 휘트 선수입니다.
프리다는 이제 또 아군을 행동 게이지하는 효과도 있거든요.
그렇죠. 행동 게이지 부스팅 효과가 있어서 3스킬 바로 오아시스랜드 개장 사용해주고요.
이것도 무변수
그렇죠.
맛있거든요.
소울번 확정이기 때문에 자, 일단 구속은 지워졌습니다. 자,
봉인을 여기서 걸고.
봉인 여기 걸고. 오우, 소울번 너무 많은데요? 아, 든든한데요?
아, 대령님 한번 출동해 볼까요? 한 대.
자, 원래는 로이 머스탱이 공격력 증가를 받으려면 3스케일이 나와야 되는데, 오우, 데미지가
2대.
나눠서 타격을 해주고 있는 지금 히트 선수입니다.
3대.
자, 3대. 자, 한 대씩 다 때려줬어요. 이거 다 잡을 수 있나요, 히트 선수?
제 계산상 가능하거든요.
계산상.
자, 한번 가 볼까요?
자, 오케이, 기대하고 있습니다 지금. 이러면은
아니, 반격까지?
근데
버티네.
이거는 라이아 점사가 됐으면은 경기 구도가 좀 많이 달라졌을 것 같긴 한데요.
아, 제 실책이네요.
와, 근데 라이아 체력이 32,500. 이러면은 이제는 죽음의 연물을 막을 힘이 없어서 경기가 좀 많이 힘들어 보이죠, 히트 선수한테?
아니, 무슨 라이아가 32,000이야.
저거레기조 게이스트가 게다가 적재적소의 요소에 반격을 잘 해줘서
라이아를 마무리했다면은 제가 이제 좀 경기가 힘들어졌을 거라 생각하긴 하는데
아, 이거는 담담 씨의 승리로.
담담 선수가 승리 가져갑니다. 자, 저희가 방금 경기를 끝마쳤는데 히트 선수 어떻게 해보시니까 어떠신가요?
일단 프리다의 가능성은 충분히 봤다고 생각하거든요. 제가 이제 컨트롤 미스가 좀 있었는데 다음에는 이런 실수 안 하도록 하겠습니다.
사실 머스탱이나 연금의 크루저 루트비 같은 영웅들이 사용되지가 않았던 거는 소울번 수급이 어려워서라는 이유 하나밖에 없었는데 프리다를 사용하게 됨으로써 이제 그런 단점을 해결하게 되어 굉장히 강력한 뱀픽이 나온 것 같습니다.
알겠습니다. 좋은 1경기였습니다. 자, 저희가 지금 에픽7 월드 챔피언십 2024와 월드 아레나에서 정말 최고 승률을 자랑하고 있는 시노레 루나. 사실 대회에서는 얼굴 보는 것조차도 좀 어려운데 이제 저희가 즐기게 될 이제 월드 아레나에서는 느낌이 많이 다르니까 담담 선수가 시노레 루나와 프리다의 조합을 좀 구성을 해주셨다고 했는데 혹시 어떤 조합을 구성해 주셨을까요?
시너레 누나의 부족한 데미지를 프리다의 3스킬의 공격 증가를 이용해가지고 서로 사후 간의 약점을 보완하는 방식으로 이제 덱을 준비해봤습니다.
자, 그러면 한번 경기 바로 시작해 보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 자유이용권을 끄는 우리 루트비.
우선은 라이아를 먼저 지워 30킬로 체력을 조금 소시켜주겠습니다.
일단 보이는 소울이 4개거든요. 여기선
방어력 감소를 라이아에 넣어가지고
그렇죠. 일망타진하겠다.
부족한 데미지를 보충해주겠습니다.
어우, 제대로 들어갔는데요?
그리고 프리다의 30킬로 공격 증가와 행동 게이지를 상승시켜가지고 루트비기로 마무리를 지어보도록 하겠습니다.
위트 선수 어떻게 좀 큰일 난 것 같나요?
저는 데스티나만 살면 된다는 마인드이기 때문에.
와, 근데 이거 버틸 수 있나요? 너무 아픈데요, 자유이용권이라?
데스티나를 소울번을 2개를 사용해가지고 피를 감소시키고
야, 그래도 한 번 더 있어요?
그래도 이게 바로 이제 프리다의 오아시스 자유이용권의 효과라고 할 수 있죠. 확실하게 소울번 세 번을 사용해가지고 피를 깎아놓은 후에 연금의 루트비에 30킬을 사용하여 데스티나와 라이아 마무리해서
이거를 지네요.
자, 그러면 저희가 경기를 다 지켜봤는데 확실히 시노레 루나의 약점이라고 할 만한 부분을 프리다로 좀 보완을 해주면서 담담 선수가 승리 가져갔거든요. 사용해보시니까 소감이 어떻게 되시나요?
사실 시너레 누나가 그동안 얼굴을 보기 힘든 이유가 모두 알고 있겠지만 강력한 스킬을 보유하고 있어서인데 프리다를 통해 시너레 누나의 스킬을 확정적으로 적중시킬 수 있게 됨으로써 약점을 보완하게 되어 이렇게 강력한 조합을 탄생시킨 것 같습니다.
확실히 강력한 조합이었다고 생각이 됩니다. 저희가 이제 에픽7 월드 챔피언십 기간 동안 시노레 루나 이후에 출시된 캐릭터가 하나 더 있거든요. 창공의 일리나브죠. 자, 아쉽게도 지금 저희가 진행하고 있는 에픽7 월드 챔피언십 2024에서는 프리다와 그리고 창공의 일리나브 그리고 프리다 이제 아티팩트까지는 사용이 좀 어렵지만 그래도 계승자분들이 실제로 사용할 수는 있으니까 저희가 또 실성능 테스트를 해보고 후기를 남겨드려야 계승자 여러분들이 또 뽑을지 말지를 또 결정하시지 않겠습니까? 바로 경기 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. 와, 소울본 개수가
라이아만 정리하면 사실 승리는 저한테 있다고 보기 때문에 라이아를 가장 먼저 노려주도록 하겠습니다.
그렇죠. 지금 강화 불가와 봉인 버프를 발생시켰을 때 담담 선수가 힘을 쓰기가 좀 부담되기 때문에 자, 일단은 프리다가 턴을 받았어요.
자, 3스킬로 아군들 땡겨주는 효과도 있죠.
그렇죠. 오아시스랜드 개장을 해서 아군 행동 게이지. 자, 소울번 사용하지 않고 자체 행동 게이지이기 때문에 순서는 딱딱 맞습니다. 자, 자유이용권 루나.
무변수.
자, 이러면은 관통 저항이 사라져 버리죠, 일리나브에.
자, 이제 루트비 한번 시작해 볼까요?
소울번 개수가 지금 몇 개죠?
지금 휘트 선수 화면에서 소울번이 가득 찼나요?
꽉꽉 눌러 담았는데요, 지금?
자체 공격력 증가도 있기 때문에 와 데미지가 와 진짜 하고 싶은 걸 다 하고 있는데요?
자, 이제 3스킬 발사
잡을 수 있나요?
충분히 가능할 거라고 생각하거든요.
이것도 살아남으면 또 많이 피곤해지거든요?
우와! 어마무시한데요, 지금?
아 근데 죽음의 탐구자 레이가 스킬을 가지고는 있죠. 저 죽음의 연무가 있어서 자, 이러면은 이거 휘트 선수도 방지 못하겠는데요? 설마 프리다 저항하나요?
사실 제가 거의 이긴 게 아닌가?
자 수면 연장. 자 일리나브가 스킬을 들고는 있는데
그래서 30개 사용해가지고
네
연금의 프로자 루트비에는 한번 마무리를 지어보도록 하겠습니다.
데미지를 좀 챙긴 세팅인가요?
데미지를 좀 챙긴 세팅입니다.
오 그래도 강력하긴 하네요. 바로 해제까지 해주고 불굴까지 걸어줬습니다.
프리다는 이제 무료 소울본으로 아군 케어도 할 수 있거든요. 수면 한번 해체해 보도록 하겠습니다. 여기서 소울의 얼음 파편 빼주고 이 스킬이 그새 돌았죠. 실현 누나 강력해요.
상처가 조금 누적되긴 했는데
이거는 3스킬보다는 평타로 마무리를 지어보겠습니다.
와 이렇게 되면은 일리나브 혼자서 이거를 다 돌파하는 거는 많이 어려워 보이죠? 아 근데 일리나브의 행동 게이지 증가량도 무시를 할 수는 없네요.
그러게 올라오는 게
그래도 시노레 루나가 복마의 창으로 마무리해주고 있는 모습입니다. 저 원래는 이제 연금의 표류자 루트비를 사용을 하려면 마도사를 최소 막 2개 내지 3개까지 좀 보충을 해주는 덱의 경우가 많았는데 프리다를 사용하시니까 소울번이 마구마구 충전이 되면서 연금의 표류자 루트비가 정말 화력을 제대로 보여줬습니다.
저도 머리로만 이 좋다 생각을 했는데 막상 써보니까 아군한테 무료 소울본을 주는데 이제 전용 아티팩트를 사용하면서 또 소울본 20개를 챙길 수 있단 말이에요. 이 연금의 표류자 루트비와 안 줄 수가 없어요.
창공의 일레나버가 강력한 패시브 스킬을 가지고 있는 건 맞지만 아무래도 시노레 루나한테 조금 카운터를 당하는 면모가 있는 것 같아서 해당 부분을 좀 보완을 해야 될 것 같습니다.
자, 저희가 에픽7 월드 챔피언십 2024와 그리고 월드 아레나에서 실제로 많이 사용되고 있는 덱들을 상대로 프리다를 좀 이용을 해봤는데요.
프리다는 이제 소울번 비용을 0으로 만들어서 굉장히 다양한 조합을 가능하게 만들어주는 영웅인데요. 따라서 소울번을 사용했을 때 강력한 스킬을 보유하고 있는 연금의 포르자 루트비라든가 아니면 로이 머스탱 등을 사용할 수 있는 속덱 유저들 분들에게 추천할 수 있는 그런 영웅이지 않을까 생각하고 있습니다.
담담 선수께서 이제 공격적인 프리다의 면모를 말씀해 주셨지만 이 지비제 릴리아스 같은 캐릭터를 케어하면서 카운터 펀치를 뻗을 수 있는 약간 그런 플레이를 지향하는 유저분들에게 굉장히 좋은 영웅이라고 볼 수 있겠습니다.
저희가 지금 촬영을 진행하고 있는 이 동대문 V스페이스 여기서 이제 월드 챔피언십 2024의 결승전이 진행이 되거든요. 오프라인으로 진행되는 만큼 다양한 현장 이벤트들이 가득 준비되어 있으니까요. 계승자 여러분들의 많은 관심과 성원 부탁드리겠습니다. 에픽7 월드 챔피언십 2024 결승전에서 만나 뵙겠습니다. 안녕.
라이즈 투 글로리 승리의 영광을 향해 에픽7 월드 아레나 챔피언십 2024 대망의 결승전 무대에 오신 우리 계승자 여러분들 환영합니다.
Rise to glory! We sincerely welcome all heirs to the grand final stage of Epic7 World Arena Championship 2024.
네, 지난 7월 6일 글로벌 서버 예산을 시작으로요 2달 가까운 시간 동안 진행이 되었던 에픽7 월드 아레나 챔피언십 2024 어느덧 결승 무대만을 남겨두고 있습니다.
Since the global qualifiers on July 6th, E7WC has been unfolding one page at a time for nearly 2 months, and now only the final stage remains.
그 어느 때보다 치열했고 그 어느 때보다 결과를 예측할 수 없었던 에픽7 월드 아레나 챔피언십 2024 이제 길었던 스토리의 마지막 페이지만을 남겨두고 있습니다. 그랜드 파이널 무대에 오른 3명의 선수 가운데서 과연 어떤 선수가 챔피언의 자리에 오르게 될까요?
This year's E7WC has been more intense and unpredictable than ever. We're now at the final chapter of this long journey. Among the 3 players who have reached the grand final stage, who will claim the champion's title?
치열한 이 예선전과 본선 무대를 뚫고 이 무대에 올라온 선수들 지금부터 여러분께 소개합니다.
Before we go into the match, we will go with the player introduction. Let's get to meet the players for today.
에픽7 월드 아레나 챔피언십 아시아 서버 최강자로 불렸지만 그랜드 파이널의 문턱은 높기만 했습니다. 하지만 탈락의 문턱에서 운명처럼 찾아온 마지막 기회, 과연 이 운명을 아시아 최강에서 세계 최강으로 바꿔낼 수 있을까요? 아시아 서버의 최강자 하자마 레이!
Even as the strongest from Asia server, the road to the grand final seemed almost impossible. But at the brink of elimination, another opportunity has arrived. Will this twist of fate elevate this player from Asia's best to the world's best? From Asia server, introducing Hazama Ray!
패배의 순간에서도 포기하지 않는 마음만 있다면 다시 일어설 수 있다는 것을 이 선수가 증명했습니다. 도전자에서 승자가 된 그는 다시 한번 결승 무대에 도전장을 던집니다. 유럽 서버의 오스키주!
He proved once again that as long as you have the will to not give up, you can rise up to a higher place. From a challenger to a victor, he throws down a gauntlet on the final stage from Europe server, all the way from Italy, Oskizu!
자, 결승 무대에 오른 마지막 선수입니다. 두 번의 에픽7 월드 아레나 챔피언십 16강 탈락. 패배의 쓴맛을 봐야 하는 순간도 있었습니다. 하지만 포기하지 않고 계속되는 도전 끝에 이 선수는 매치 전승으로 가장 높은 곳에서 도전자를 기다리고 있습니다. 압도적인 실력과 그에 걸맞은 자신감으로 세계 최고의 자리를 노린다. 대한민국 서버의 자존심 고미양미.
Last but certainly not least, this player stepped up to the plate once again after dropping from E7WC round of 16 twice. Through flawless victories and undefeated match record, he now stands at the top waiting for his next challenger, aiming to become the world's best from Korea server, also as known as KJ, 고명미!
자, 이 3명의 도전자 가운데서 챔피언의 영광은 단 한 선수만 차지할 수 있습니다.
3 challengers, but only one will remain victorious as the champion.
라이스 투 글로리 승리의 영광을 향해 달려온 이 세 선수 가운데 과연 에픽 세븐 월드 챔피언십 2024 마지막 페이지의 주인공은 누가 될 수 있을까요? 그 뜨거운 무대를 지금 시작합니다.
Rise to glory from thousands and thousands down to only 3 players now, who will end up as the one and only a new legend of 2024. Let us begin the grand final stage of Epic 7 World Arena Championship!
Let's get it.
My first time in Korea, it feels strange. Playing a stage actually is my first time, so this is the first time having the fans and the players offline. I'm pretty excited to play the finals. When I knew Rosemary was my next opponent, my first thought that came to mind was I have to do this again, but since I beat him once, I can beat him twice, so I will try my best.
就是虽然他上一次是赢了我，但是因为我也有战胜他的那个就是经历，而且就是我平时可能在天梯排到他的时候，大部分也是获胜的，所以我这边也很有自信。因为这次我获得了难得的再次比赛的机会，所以我会珍惜这次机会，享受比赛，拿下冠军。我已经做好了对 OSK 组选手的对战的准备，随时可以击败他。
As Rosemary might think he knows everything about me, but it won't matter against me. I wish she picks Ravi once again, so I can win easily. I'm sorry, Rosemary, but you will go down.
我觉得该说抱歉的是我，因为我会淘汰 OSK 组选手2次。OSK 组选手，就如果你掉以轻心的话，我会在下次的比赛轻易击败你。
누가 올라오든 크게 상관없을 것 같아요. 어차피 내가 이길 거니까. 다른 선수는 관심이 없어서 잘 모르겠네요. 오스키즈 선수요? 자세히 본 적이 없어서 잘 모르겠어요. 하자마 레이 선수와도 해봤는데 사실 둘이 비슷해서 누가 올라오든 크게 상관없지 않나. 제가 인기 많은 이유요? 잘하니까? 그렇게 생각해요. 결승에 오니까 좋죠. 제가 주인공이 됐는데. 결승전에 제 팬분들도 많이 오실 텐데 제가 좋은 경기 꼭 보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
Gomyangmin, after Rosemary, I'm coming for you.
古标明选手，你在决赛等着吧，我会让你再也笑不出来。
하자마 레이랑 오스키즈 선수 한국까지 먼 길 오느라 고생했고 잘 놀다 가요. 어차피 내가 이길 거니까.
And welcome once again, everyone. I'm G Clef, the homie, with me, Jenna Zed and Karshik. It's the grand finals, the big day, the final last day of the tournament of 2024. How are we all doing, gentlemen? It's the big stage. We have top 3 from all over the world, Jenna.
Oh man, doing just fine. I love the little trailer that they had with the 3 players right there. It made it feel so much more official, right? It's such a big deal, so I'm actually really hyped about that. It was kind of funny seeing KJ as like the big villain.
Standing down on the sofa as he's waiting for the challenger at the grand finals. And the biggest news will be at the end, that will be the best of 7. And before that, Hasanrei Oskizu has to play that best of 5. The winner gets to go up against Gomyangmi at the end. And Car6, how are we doing, brother?
Good, G-Clef Jenna, always good to see you guys. The arena, those intros, my God, we're esports, baby. I can't wait to be here with y'all at the grand finals and just see who takes it all. It's gonna be a great show.
It is gonna be a great day. And it can also be a very quick one because depending on we've been moving a little fast on the meta, but just letting you guys know, ground rules, everything including a festive Ida is allowed until festive Ida. After that, Frida, Imperial Ilanov, not allowed for the tournament, but until festive Ida and her artifact, the bubble,
is allowed in the grand final, so there's maybe a small chance, I would say, that we might get to just see her. Oh, the winner prediction.
Wow.
Wow. Go Mi got
Where
lots
did they
of
get
stars.
that vote from, though?
From the players who came to, so it's, you can say it's a little biased from
You
the
know,
Korean side. Yes.
He's got the home field advantage, you could say.
He does. So Gomi, I'm not surprised about, but his Skizu, guys. You know, watch the last matches. My man was looking insane.
I know.
True.
Oskizu, I've talked to him personally a little
He's
bit.
always been a favorite, but he never actually made it that far. But this time, he's had the best run of his life, and he's doing he's going really good. So I wonder if he's actually gonna win the whole thing. 65% of people think yes.
So just take into the fact account, most of the people who came in here are Korean, but still the fact Korean only received 65. I think that's actually a lot lower than what I expected, because mostly who came to the venue are Koreans rooting for Ko Mi, most likely. So going with the overview, champion. At least you're guaranteed your $10,000 USD. If you move up, either Oskizu or Hazama Ray, 20,000, and then more than a double, $50,000 for that champion. That's a lot of money, and that is not all. Of course, looking on the right, schedule. Man, it's been full joy and pleasure for the past 2 months. We're at the finals, the last day of E7WC. Let's see who gets to become the champion at the end. And the tournament tree from the main matches, quarterfinals. Before the quarterfinals, we had the server qualifiers for the past month. And Oskizu, Hazama Ray, Ko Mi, Mr. Paul, Nesco, Rikazo, Xander, Neko, Boro. These 8 players, 8 best from all over the world, has fought each other and went to the lower bracket, went to the winner's bracket, and now we are just left with the 3. Nesco, unfortunately, due to personal reasons, could not make it to Korea, so had to forfeit the match in the upper bracket finals, which leaves Ko Mi in the grand finals with a bye. So Oskizu and Hazama Ray, who dropped in the lower bracket 3, didn't make it into Korea. So we will go ahead with the lower bracket finals first. Best of 5, Oskizu versus Hazama Ray will be our first matchup. As you can see from the tournament tree, all the way on the right, that glowing trophy looks really nice. And I see the real trophy on the stage. It's even more beautiful. On top of that, frame. That looks gorgeous every time I see it. Whenever you hit that RTA, boom, winner. And also, if you go up against the winner, maybe you can screenshot whenever you win. You just won against the winner of E7WC 2024. If you're the opponent, oh, good luck trying to beat the winner of E7WC 2024. And even the runner-up gets the frame. 3rd to 8th will also get the frame, but a little less shiny, I think. Can tell too much of a difference compared to the runner-up. And the champion's
They're all
ring.
really nice.
Champion's ring. I think the champion's ring. Did we all get one last year? So maybe.
Yeah, we get them every time, but they always roll like crap. So.
Jenna. It's the final day, and we all love Epic 7 and the skins. Of course, forgot to talk about it. I think it was Arya. I'm pretty sure you guys
Arya,
got
Ravi, and a Lua, I believe, G-Club.
Oh, Lua, really? Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of them, I think, had Ravi in their lineup, but Arya for his Skizu, Lua for Hazama Ray, and then Ravi for Gomi.
Okay, so yeah, that was about a few weeks ago, and players may change when they actually win the championship title and when we go into the skin, because they will ask for the skin preference, what kind of type, what kind of character you want. So we're left going into the event. Of course, today's the big day, the last day. 10 leaves and extra gold, 1 million gold. I've been running low on leaves, so I think it's a really good day to go in there and pick that up immediately. And the password, it's been done. Watching videos, oh, we all got that. But the once per day is still there. I adjusted my dailies, including the once per day cheering, by watching the video a little bit this morning. So if you haven't done it, make sure to do it before the reset. I think it'll be running until maybe today's the last day for that video. I'm sure everyone got the Hero Summon ticket. Hopefully you all got heroes that you wanted before. And the password box. Where's the password box? Why don't we get another password box? We all want leaves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and believe that is it for the event. And we're back on camera, which means soon enough, we will get that code. Bam! Right there.
There it is.
E7WC final. I think someone already got it. That's a little too easy of a password.
Yeah, that's really simple.
Someone must have just tried a couple. E7WC final. That is the password. Get your 10 leaves and 1,000,000 gold. I will do it right during the break. And gentlemen, I think we are ready to hop into our first match soon enough. Let me put you on the spot as I always do.
Oh wow.
Hazamare or Oskizu. Ooh, a tight one. Oh, one speed, one a little. Hey!
I'm gonna give it to Oskizu. Oh.
Whoa!
Hey, let me claim
that. Epic love.
Oh, I'm grabbing that.
Here's the code right now.
That
Go grab
great.
it right now. That's you're feeling with Luna, right? That's beautiful. So cute.
You always get you gotta get all the emotes.
Yes, you
Yeah, like the
always
last
have
one they
to.
gave out too.
Yeah, you always have. And you also have to be the first one to chat in the guild.
True.
Oh yeah.
You have to be the first one to receive it and go just bam right away on the guild. And everyone says, whoa, where'd you get that from, right? That's exactly what you have to do.
Tell them how to get it.
Yep, Epic Love. Yep, go to event, all the way scroll down, coupon, and that should be right there. You should know, extra tab, if you scroll down all the way down to the bottom of the event, there's the coupon section. Press that, Epic Love. I don't think it has to be all caps all the time. So if it doesn't work, make sure to have all caps in. So I'm hearing lots of chant. So from the
I
Korean
love
crowd.
the
Lots of
energy in the
Yeah,
crowd
we're getting
today.
excited. It's the finals. It's a big event.
It's 12 p.m. noon here. The gates
geez.
opened at 10 a.m. But I came here at 9, but there were people sitting down in front of the gate since 7 a.m. 5 hours before. That's early.
5 hours.
Dedicated
5 hours
fans.
early, and some people because they had to travel to Seoul from distance far away, and their first train is around maybe late 4 a.m., 5 a.m.-ish. So they
my
literally
God.
just woke up and came with the first train here. And now we have the players on the spot for the first time for E7WC live on the stage.
Yeah, in person, on
Yeah,
stage.
right there,
It's a
in front of
big game
everyone.
changer.
It is.
I love this. Oh my god. I think to take it back Jacob, to your question, Jenny, you said Oskizu. I think I'm the same. He just looks so great, and it's not even biased because I like his most picked heroes and his skins, but he was making the Arya look amazing. He already beat Hazamare. How can you not love this guy?
He looks locked in on stage right there, unmoving. Look at him. His most picked characters, Death Dealer Ray, ML Shu, and MLU Fiend. And he seems to like Ross a lot, with his most vanguarded character being Ross. It's pretty
Yeah, we
crazy.
saw those come out, right? In the later matches when
Yes.
the bands come out after those initial nights. The Ross was putting in so much work with the S2, especially when you soul burn it, the defense break, the dual attack.
Exactly.
It was really
Yep.
good.
His reasoning was that most other knights would be picked or banned by that point, so that he had Ross as kind of like his ringer, a character that no one else is going to pick, but he knows is good for his team.
Yeah, especially when I believe it was paired up with Death Dealer Ray oftentimes. Even if not, yeah, Ross, he would make it work. That is Oskizu on the stage, on the left side of the stage. The hope, the last hope of Europe. And that says,
I need some translation.
Yeah, Komyangi, please win. I want that Robbie skin.
Oh, Robbie skin.
I don't know about that, because these two look really strong. Of course, Komyangi waiting. Epic 7, 20 years, 30 years. Let's go for 50 years of service.
Holy.
My God.
Oh, that 50
50-year
years?
plan.
That's a long time. That is until
Now
at
we
least
got-
2064. Now we got Hazamare on the right, the last hope of Asia. Of course, that Fire Robbie, that's the hot potato. Will he pick it again on the stage? He's been exposed, and he's been put down because of that Fire Robbie couple of times, gentlemen. What do we think about his play today? What are we expecting?
I mean, the Fire Robbie didn't end up taking it. As we know, Oskizu did beat Hazamare, but it looked so scary. That thing can definitely 1v4. It just matches up so well into a lot of the other carries in the game right now, and I'm not surprised Hazamare most picked, most banned.
I think that's a hero that we certainly have to keep our eyes on. He would even put Fire Robbie in that ban protection just to keep her in and provide that solid crit damage. But you know, after so many times at this level of competition, it doesn't really work all the time. Oh, Slayer box, Faker, Komyang-ni. You wish!
Ah, yes, of course. The three gods.
He's not there yet. He's certainly not there yet. A lot of Korean audience rooting for
Close
Korean,
enough.
of course. Yes.
You have to realize both players are probably a little bit nervous being on stage
think
in front of all
so,
these
yes.
people playing.
Yeah,
They probably
that's something I
haven't
wanted to touch on a
before.
little bit, right, Jenna? The fact that you're in there in person, I'm wondering if it's going to affect their actual decision making because these guys are the best of the best, but the nerves got to be building up.
All right.
Oh, and we're in.
The lower bracket finals, best of 5. Oskizu, Hazama Ray. Let's get it going.
Look at
Round
those
1.
player cams. So professional.
And let's see. Okay, we see the Emo Politis, Emo Luna, Blood Moon Haste, and Zio all banned, taken out of the first round.
Some snipes going on Seal and Haste.
Oh,
Maybe
you'll make
looking
an
at the opponent's
excellent
play
specimen.
style and doing that to kind of counter them. We see Hazare actually go for the Death Dealer Ray as his first pick. He did love picking characters like Ambitious Tywin all the time, but I guess he wants just a really strong, contested character that I believe Oskizu loves as well.
Yeah, it's not even just first picking for yourself. You don't want your opponent to have such a strong, versatile unit. And even strong units like Laya, despite the anti-debuff that she brings to the table. But there you go, mentioning that 8 Tywin Jenna, Laya Tywin, such a strong combo. You have some mitigation, you have cleanses, you have potential 8 end game finishing, and you take the cleanses away.
Hazare going for that ML Senya, really good at protecting the back unit in your team and actually dishing out a lot of damage.
Oh, top bottle? What?
Lulaka lock
From Hazama Ray?
In the grand finals, Hazama Ray.
From game
So
1.
this is actually a draft that people were doing on the ladder, especially near the final day, and it was something that a lot of people had trouble actually contesting. Hazamaria was one of the players doing that on the ladder to try and hit top 3 and also be in Legend at the end of the season, and not many people were able to really fight against it. They were just falling left and right, and he actually just locks her in right there in the first game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the first game, he did that with such confidence, and I know you're a fan of top model Lulaka yourself. We love to see it. You don't see it too often here in these later matches, but my God, we're starting off strong.
That Fire Robbie all this time? Was that a bait? Oh,
bait
wow.
himself.
That is crazy if that was a bait.
He's playing the long con G-Club.
Albedo locked in ban protection for Oskizu.
Yeah, so tanky. We need some damage now, though, right, guys?
Yeah, we need
We
double
have so
damage.
much support. Here's the hyper carries. I'll bring over the Abyssal Euphine. She's been doing
Decides to
so
lock
amazing.
that in. So he's such a nice basis for his team. He has good cleanses, he has good debuffs, he has really good tankiness on his team, and the Euphine kind of just helps out his weakness of having low damage. And we see
Arbiter Mildred
from damage right now.
From Hazama Ray? I don't think
And
he's
what you
ever
have to
picked
look
this.
at on Hazamare's team is he has so many problems you have to deal with. He has huge debuffs. He has first turn advantage with huge damage and also buffs the team. And Arbiter Vildred is guaranteed giant damage for your team because he's minimum going to get 1 giant nuke when he uses his skill 3. But when you kill him, he gets a second one. So he might
This
get
is
2 giant
crazy,
nukes and
crazy.
Surround it out.
First appearance.
Hazama Ray, behave yourself.
This might be a really fast Strays too, probably faster than the Laya on Oskizu's team.
Really? I doubt it, but I wouldn't put past after seeing this lineup.
She's allowed. She's the last viewer allowed in the tournament.
Yeah, I don't think it quite fits. We really just need to survive that initial onslaught. So much aggression from Hazama. Yeah, Celine could definitely interrupt some of Hazamare's game plan. We need to cut off some of that damage, even though we're so tanky. Jenna was mentioning the Arbiter Vildred, his new exclusive equipment, the top model Lulaka, the Strays.
Yep.
This is crazy.
It's so insane seeing Hazamare's team here because this is using a bunch of characters that nobody was using the entire tournament.
Yes.
You did not see any top model Lulakas, you didn't see any Strays. I think we saw like 1 or 2 Arbiter Vildreds, but just such rare characters coming out, and the Strays and Celine get knocked out. The final 2 characters on both sides. It's very common in all competitive environments, but...
Yeah, the damage seems plenty for Hazama Ray, right? There's so
We're
much.
gonna see top model Lulaka straight into the Arbiter Vildred.
See, she's very fast indeed. Round 1 after the draft. Here we go, starting with top model.
Yep.
Oh no.
All the temp, all the initiative on Hazamare's side. We need to see if the takedown god himself can survive these first few turns and rally.
Who do we
This
go
is definitely
for?
gonna hurt.
Straight into Albedo.
So he went into Albedo because if you attacked somebody else, then Albedo's counterattack would come out, stripping the buffs off your team. And you don't want to lose the attack buff off the Arbiter Vildred so soon.
So quick play. Guaranteed to low some
Worry
debuff.
not. The doctor.
Nice.
Almost everybody, not quite that Albedo, but...
Doctor.
I vow my life
Now
to
putting
Yeah,
a lot
all
more
4 units
buffs.
on Hazamare's turn. taking their skill 3s.
Senya, do you just leave the soul burn?
They're soul burning it for that extra damage on the skill 3. Where are they going on? With the big nuke though? They're going on the Yuffie, who is the carry here.
He does get
counter attack first.
Those who cannot
Allowed. Oh,
procs the
it
Senya's passive, giving this giant shield.
It did that much to end the basket.
Do not.
Even the soul burn did damage. Elgrid.
The counter though from Albedo plus the UP.
Okay, that removes one. And the UP still alive. Oh, attack down.
That's a lot of damage on the Hazure's side just from counterattacks.
Yeah, that's what Skizu needed. A little bit of regained, a lot of damage being put out on the Hazure's side. And now here we go. He weathered the storm. Can he answer back?
Here's Albedo. Who do you target? Who do you go for the strip?
Yeah, she's a very powerful skill 3. Full strip, strong debuffs. He's down to the wire though. Who we picking? Oh, just that's one. All right. He does take him off against the pop.
He's back, but Taiwan able to rip that skill 3 right now.
Early the flash. Oh, no stun, but he's here.
Gives him dodge chance.
Oh, that's a mid.
There.
Oh,
Alexis Bastion, not the greater attack buff, but he has the boost.
The boost from the exclusive equipment.
Okay,
Under Mildred. What's the damage? Oh, still not enough. Oh my God. Skizu tanks this. Senya already packed the barrier, so there's no more.
But she has. Yeah. Here we go. We skipped our skill 3.
That's right. Here comes Albedo. Full immunity.
Yeah, the fire's out of turn.
Still some cooldowns to go. And Cold UV, that's a miss.
Another miss, just barely surviving for Arbiter Mildred.
Senya does have a
Senya.
fully boosted skill 3 here.
With
Proc from Arbiter Mildred.
the passive.
AoE fixed.
Oh my! Casa Marie has done it. That was so close down to the wire. That's game 1. Now this is the quality of the grand final day.
That was close indeed. But Hazumare making that statement, those picks that we said we never saw throughout the entire tournament, it worked out beautifully there. It was just too much to handle, right? It did look like Skizu was about to rally, but you add in all the Arbiter Villager getting proc, his extra new exclusive equipment, and then the finale, the Dragon Bride Senya AoE fixed damage to top it off.
Yeah, and Skizu had an insanely bulky team.
Yes.
And even with all that damage thrown at him, he was still surviving, but he kept missing attacks on some of his characters. It just didn't really go quite right for him. It just, there was barely enough damage to just blow his team up in the end.
So, what does Skizu need to do now to blow out the damage? You can't you really ban Arbiter Villager this early in the best of 5. You were tanking, but eventually your tanks wore down after all that damage.
Yeah, he might have to respect the fact that Hazumare can go fast like that. He picked really slow, bulky characters, which was kind of the problem.
Yes, can you really
that's a Skizu style though, right, gentlemen?
Yes.
I think he needs to just weather the storm, continue on. He's going to have some bans to build up upon. And yeah, just take this one on the chin. You're still in there. And yeah, I think he doesn't betray the tank down style. And, you know, just take out a few of these problem units. We just need to survive a little longer.
Yeah, that was indeed very close. Coming down to the wire. One more turn on that UP was going to be Trauma and Frenzy. Frenzy Strike. And it could have been Skizu's game with just some health left. Getting back on the heal. As you can see, that game now so close. Highlight from the very first game. Man, if there was a stun on this, it could have been over.
Definitely. Man, that miss was so dirty.
Bit of Mildred. And lots of others
Mildred came back in a big way. His character was so useless for years, but after some changes and exclusive improvement, he started to use his own deck and better than ever.
See, with the Seer, with the ult, and so much more damage added at the end. Oh, lots of Avenger sounds. First time coming to offline venue. Let's go E7, 20 years of service. Let's go!
20 years, wow. We're only just at the 6th year, I think, right now.
We're at 6, 14 more
Almost
years
at
to go.
50, I think.
Yeah, 50 years. Do you think you would be casting the World Cup in 50 years, G-Clef?
Can I lay down and cast? Is it possible?
Yeah, from your bed.
Right.
Zoom.
I think my back will be like non-existent by that time.
Oh, don't even joke.
Oh, I hear the game sound, boys. Is it ready? Let's get into it. Second game of the low bracket finals. 1-0 Hazamaray leading one. What do we ban? Do we ban the DDR? Questionable.
EDR is a character that everyone loves to prioritize, so it might just be banned or picked immediately. No, but still up. We see the Crimson Armin and Emil Senyo taken out. A couple of very bulky units, that's for sure.
Oh, what's the meaning behind this Armin? Is Hazamaray saying, don't go slow, don't try to contest with tanks?
Yeah, just wants to take out one of the powerful mitigators. And Skizu now taking the Death Dealer Ray. We see a little swapperoo from game 1 happening. Will there be a tie? How dare you?
Yeah,
That's exactly a mirror.
Mirror? Different?
Now, I don't think Oskizu is going to pick top model Lulika, though, so...
That's right.
This is where we shifted up. Way to go with it.
And as we saw in his last matches, right, he has a lot of options here.
Hazamaray is in his element, though, because he's the ambitious Taiwan guy. He's the one who was immediately spamming that in the earlier games of the World Cup. He feels very comfortable on it. He wins a lot of games with ambitious Taiwan. And he got that cheeky little win that he just had with the top model Lulika team. But now he has the advantage, and Oskizu really has to think, like, how am I going to fight this team that I was going to
Yeah, I believe it's Hazamaray that you saw a lot of like ambitious Taiwan combos into one big hyper carry like Sage Vivian. Brilliant though comes out locked in that third pick spot. No souls this time. We saw so many soulburns being burnt in game 1. Arbiter Vildred, top model Lulika. Not this time.
No souls, it says. It's guaranteed. And again, guys, Frida not allowed the tournament until the very last match, maybe next year. So Belly
yeah, that would
right
have actually been an interesting interaction, right, G-Clef?
Yes.
Between the Belly and the Frida, but not this time.
Yeah, that's why I was mentioning Frida, just in case. Hazamaray really giving a good thought behind this ban protection was Tamaro Luluka last time. Is it time for his love? The one and only Fire Rock.
Could be, yeah. Now that he just made that huge statement, he can kind of scale it back and play a little bit safer here. Strong supports into hyper carries like Name Captain Landy.
Emma Lilius coming out. Conqueror Lilius with the Landy. Okay. So just really, really strong and aggressive units. Yep, definitely. And that Belion on the other side of Skizu has is very interesting because it's probably using 3F, I think. The Albedo artifact that gives extra damage at the end of the attack.
Kind of popular build on her. Fights a lot of units too. Oh my god. What's the meteor to Queric? That damage when we saw in like game 3.
Yeah, this is the first, when you think about the Dark Warrior, I was kind of amazed that Hazamaray actually locked in that trade.
You don't see him as much just because Lai is such a stronger pick. She can close out matches, but people have shifted, like Skizu, to build him with damage. So not only can he cleanse, he's a real threat. We even saw him take out things like Fire Ravi from Hazamaray.
Which of my powers would you like to see?
Oh,
Kelowna.
Hovering over a lone Crescent Bellona.
My
You need a hyper carry. There it
Locks
is.
them in. She's a huge amount of damage and a character that's actually able to deal with Navy Captain Landy.
Yes, certainly a one, but against Landy, sometimes she just could not provide enough. We had those matches, I believe, in the lower bracket matches just a couple of weeks ago.
I remember those vividly.
Yes. So out of the 4 games, I believe she lost 3 out of the 4. Will it be enough for Skizu? I think that's one call. Another one?
Okay.
Hazamaray!
He can so safely pick this last because he knows that Oskizu has to ban it. There's no choice. It's faster than any unit on his team, and it will instantly turn the match into a 3v4. So it's just a must ban every single time.
That's right. Hazamaray's probably expecting it even to get banned. It's just something you use against slower players that aren't contesting.
Hey, Oskizu's thinking.
And it just frees up your rest of the draft.
Jenna car 6.
Yes.
You know, there's a world where he might, just might get through.
Oh, okay.
You were right. He's actually
How
just
did you see that?
Oskizu thought about it, and here we go. Tywin ban.
Because Jen and I are going to eat our words here. Strays is making it through.
I think he just says, I'm gonna eat it, I'm gonna lose a fourth of my team, but then I'm just gonna take you out.
Survival play. He does have 2 knights.
Here we go, K2. See Lilius
And
start.
actually, that's a Aureus spelling, not 3F that we were predicting.
Yeah, but with Conquered Lilius giving that extra damage to Strays, I'm not so sure it's possible to actually survive this.
Skizu with that post-ban choice. What is going to happen in this game? Azumare? Looking
I really
like
want to see how much damage we're gonna actually see from Strays.
Do you want to call someone else on the team or the taunt? Provoke?
Okay. Got the provoke, no pushback though.
Oh, they actually go for the skill 1. Doesn't really do all that much though.
There we go. Benny Moss touch, gentlemen.
Attack
The
up.
world
With
cutter
that
right here.
The Planet Destroyer! And she's gone. Was that 52?
Damage.
Yes! Okay, Skizu's in trouble. That.
Okay.
But you
This
see,
is
here's
what you
the
just
thing.
have to do though as a tank down player though. You take that loss of the night, you still have the Albedo, we just need to rally with this Lone Crescent Bologna. DD Ray can definitely help facilitate that.
He decides to hold
Counterattack?
it, but he actually gets counterattack, which is not
And
you do
one
not
with a
want
salvo.
Landy to get these counters right now.
It will at least give a little simple to Lone Crescent Bologna.
Looking not as good so much for Skizu anymore.
That was a huge amount of damage that he just took for free, though. Strays is now vulnerable. However, this Bologna, she's provoked right now, so not really able to
Counterattack.
Another counterattack
No
from Tech.
She will get a rebuttal.
Oh, that's some good damage.
And that's a lot of venom that just
That
dropped on
venom.
Hazumare's
You don't see
team.
that interaction too often between Death Dealer Ray and Lone Crescent Bologna. Look at it.
Oh, she wants to take her
She
out.
is so low, no salvo.
We go for that pull. Who do we pull?
Yep,
Red
and she's just gone.
will be pulled.
Like a dream.
And gentlemen, do we have some chance?
He's not quite out of it yet, but my God.
I think he may be a little bit out of it because Strays is
yeah.
going to get a skill 2 here. It's going to hurt a lot.
Boom! The beam!
I don't think he's tanky enough, Kara. I think it's a done deal for poor Skizu here.
Is it done job for Skizu? 0-2. Down 2 members. Low HP. No counter. Oh, good damage coming out from
This
Albedo.
Landy's damage was
Good
just
damage,
so
but not
high.
enough. Yeah.
Then we'll take her out.
Yeah, Skizu just wanted to weather the storm, survive the Strays, but then he's like, I'm going to kill the Strays for the rest of your team. I have all the answers to your team. But it just didn't really work out. The Landy popped off. She did a crazy amount of AoE damage, and it was just over from there.
In the pool? Ah, yeah. So there's one more survival. But yeah, with that Benny model, you're guaranteed a backup.
Every single turn.
Did die there. And yeah, I think Skizu just taking the time now to prep for next match. Oh my goodness.
The ball.
This is almost a little bit of BM in a way, just killing him with a Soulburn skill 3 for 18,000 overkill.
And that
He
is
said, "Get
it.
outta here,
Game
man."
2, going for Hazumaru
look
once
at that.
again.
Yeah, he reached a little bit of a sigh relief. Yeah, but he was also kind of excited. He was like, I did it nice. This was great.
Yeah. And what a reverse, what a different turn of events from their last setup where Skizu was the one that takes it.
You're right.
Hazumaru with all the initiative, all the tempo, 0-2. Tournament life on the line for Skizu.
That is right. Is there a world? What is one hero that you have to ban right now to get the reverse sweep against Hazumaru for Skizu?
Well, the big characters there were Ambitious Tywin, who we actually had to post-ban, and Emma Landy. Those two characters were just really big problems for Skizu. We didn't really have enough to deal with them, and he had to pick a character like Lone Crescent Bologna, as we saw right there. You said something like they had 3 losses out of 4 total picks, because when you pick the character, she's just so vulnerable to so much in the game, and we saw her completely useless in that match almost.
She delivered some damage, but she, of course, she can't be built tanky, or else she will be losing damage, right? Through the gear score.
She's one surviving.
Yeah, she's one of the only counters, like hard counters you could say, to a character like Navy Captain Landy though. So he felt obligated to pick them, but then they just weren't able to do enough.
Yes.
It was just a great draft by Hazumaru. That Strays at the end really putting him into a loop there on what to ban. And as we saw the Strays combo with the Landy, unfortunate timings on the counter, the Lone Crescent Bologna could not survive despite how tanky and how much support he had for his hyper carry LCB.
The boss taking out the boss. Oh man. The Bologna provoked from Lilius. couldn't even use that skill 3 on that landing. Could have been a little different if there was a resist or something. But a lot of Elbrus counters coming out, some extra salvos, not 100%. But landing
look at
still
this.
seems to
I
be
like those
very
detonates
strong.
though. Pretty cool effect.
Yeah, with DDR pair up, the extra venoms. Yeah,
But as you
still.
mentioned with the provoke, right? That S3, if she was able to rip that into the candy, maybe potentially get that vigor buff for the team, it could have been a different story. But well played by Hazamare. And typically your Lone Crescent Bologna won't have enough to resist.
Yeah, and now Oskizu really has to think, what am I going to do? What do I change to actually fight against Hazamare? Are these extra bans going to be in his favor and he's going to have the advantage? Or does he really have to change something up? Maybe completely change how he's drafting. He's normally a slow, tanky drafter, though.
You're right.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's actually the play. When you fit into that archetype, you're known for it, especially on the world stage. Can he actually make that big of a pivot? I think he just stays with it. Just chop these up to maybe, Hazamare had your number in the first two, but you're not out just yet.
Certainly not.
And every game, more bans come out, right, G-Clef?
Yeah, that's right. But it's going to be very important what you pre-ban against Hazamare. Down to the last wire. Oskizu, can you come back and have the reverse sweep of an amazing 3-2, or else you're getting knocked out of third place. And I want more games, personally. I want a lot more games.
I want to see a comeback, at least a bit of one.
Let's see what the prevents. Tywin Albedo.
Ambitious Tywin and Albedo taken out. And notice, almost every knight that people like to pick is taken out. We might see that Ross, the main character.
Yeah. Protagonist Ross. Used to see him a lot in previous seasons, right? He does really well with hyper carries. A lot of people used to use things like Ross plus Archie-Man Mercedes. Oskizu was using him with whatever carry he had left on the table, and I think he might make an appearance.
Yeah, and he has the Death Dealer right here, which, as we know, is pretty popular first pick because the moment you pick this character, your opponent has to deal with all the debuffs that he's going to put on you. So you immediately are on the back foot and have to pick characters that can actually fight against him, or you're just going to immediately lose. He's such a huge threat every game he's picked.
Right.
Right? Like, his kit just has carry potential. It has debuffs. You don't want your opponents to have it. It can finish matches on its own as well.
So Hazamare is just saying from the get-go, I'm going really aggressive with this Emililius. He was saving that stuff normally until the end of the draft before, but now he's picking it early, and we actually see the Luluka coming out. She's a good cleanser that's able to actually fight against a character such as this Emililius.
Very popular pick that you also used to see previously. Now that the more bans are coming out into Game 3, we're seeing some of these later line pickups. I think Oskizu actually picked the Ocean Breeze Luluka against Hazamare in the previous set.
No
but,
way!
He got banned out.
You need extra tank up?
Over the Ross?
This would be crazy. A lot.
It's 6 stars.
The problem though with Eden versus Roz is that he has a ton of mitigation, but unlike Roz, he doesn't do a lot for the team.
Oh, hold up. He scrolled back.
He does his best.
He's considering it.
Oh, okay.
He locks in the Belian instead. He's not interested in the big old 3-star Rock.
Yeah.
I almost went into the monitor for that. Okay.
A little bit unfortunate, but maybe staking your whole tournament life on Eden isn't the call.
But Stress is going to be picked, and Bellion was evaporated last game. Very likely coming down from Hazama. Unless he goes
I think we
for
saw
something
50k.
else.
That was an Aureus on the Bellion. Oskizu using her as like a big mitigation knight here.
Hazamare really has to think, what is my locked pick? What is something that can carry me? Maybe the ML Landy coming out again, potentially? Something like that? What's a character that is just the cornerstone of his team?
Candy looked good. Oskizu didn't really have a great answer for it.
Is he ever going to pick Robbie?
And there's the ML Landy coming out again. Navy Captain Landy, third pick, locked in. Now Oskizu needs at least something to deal with.
Wants to shut off those Ocean Breeze Luluka trucks.
Yeah, Solitaria was actually one of the popular answers to the Luluka right here, able to make it so that she's not able to use her skill 2 and run you over with the truck to silence and strip your buffs.
Next to Bellion, we see that Abyssal Yupin.
Are we going to see a Festivita?
He's teasing us with his Festivita. Ain't no way, Oskizu.
Oh, he decides to lock in the Euthene as his big carry, but he needs one more big threat here that Hazamare has to ban.
Way too much threat. Down 0-2 for
Rwana
Oskizu.
potentially to kind of threaten that Solitaria, turn it into a long match where the Soli's actually healing you. Nope, maybe not.
Is he going to pick the Robbie?
Bravior Edward Elric.
Could go for Edward. Edward is traditionally pretty good versus Solitaria. Every time he's debuffed, he counterattacks. So
Right, Jenna.
she's constantly debuffing no matter what.
Edward.
And he decides to lock it in.
Rage. Let's see what Edward can
The
do if he goes
4 foot
through.
tall god Edward in here. This is where you like to see a little bit of a different pick, and definitely good versus Solitaria. He might be force banned.
That's right. This captain wasn't there all this time. There we go, Genoa.
Yeah, let's see Genoa.
Genoa.
I was wondering where he went. Here we go. No more strays on the pick.
It's funny because he's such a strong character, but he wasn't really getting picked all that often.
Yeah, we saw Arbiter Mildred and Atomica instead.
Hazama Ray really thought hard about his hero pool today. It's like a very large
I
pool.
love it. This is this. You need to change it up, right, G-Clef? Hosmer is actually doing everything correct, and it's up to Skizu now.
That's right.
To
All
turn
these
the tide.
players had a couple of weeks to prepare
See
for
Edward
this
and Genoa banned. Not very
Yeah.
surprising, but it's almost always going to be the final characters here.
You kind of had to. I did want to see the Full Metal Alchemist, but yes, when there's much money on the line, you got to just do what you got to do.
All right, Car. So left with the 4, but Solitaria on the field, which means that Ocean Breeze Luluka can't deliver much. Even
Right.
against
She won't be able
Philinius.
to do the truck, but she'll still be able to provide some defense up, ice cream buffs. It just won't be an interrupt, which is what Hosmer is actually worried about.
Do not
Let's go.
Not going to be enough.
Seizing
Game
victory
3 of the
is
match.
seizing the future.
Point for Hazama Ray if he delivers.
Obey if you wish to live.
Who's Elise going to go for? Is she going to go for the skill 1 or play it a little safer with the skill 2?
That's the thing.
Yeah, he opted for the
5
provoke
seconds.
last time, shutting down the hyper carry in Lone Crescent Bologna. Does he change it up?
Oh, he does go for the skill 2. Just use on that Valine to push her back a little bit.
Pushing the turn, getting that provoke. Very important.
Does just decide to go for skill 1 and a counterattack already coming out of this
This
Landy.
is
The most
huge.
hyper-active Landy
Hazama
in
Ray.
history.
Hazama Ray
Yeah, this is
loves
not what
the
Skizu needs in
charm.
game 3, guys.
Not looking
You
good
do
for
not
Skizu.
want to see a Landy that is this active on your opponent's side ever, especially not on your tournament life.
Okay,
Triple
resist.
resist coming out of Ray. This is a high effect resistance Ray, able to just completely ignore that Solitaria.
That's a big counterattack
Thank
from
God for
Skizu.
that.
What a setting.
That is actually a huge deal if that happened. And that dual attack that just came out was pretty weak.
Watching it pull too. Yes, Skizu needs this turn of events here.
Up to that
Looking
cloud.
Do you smell that?
Ooh, they are not able to reveal the Solitaria, but they do land one little poison on her. Now the problem here is, I'm assuming it's going to be a counterattack. And there it is. It is with an attack down though, which is very fortunate for Skizu's side. But you have to look at this Landy. She's building up her bar. You see that red bar at the bottom? It's more than halfway when she gets that skill 3.
Calling the ships.
On the counter. He's also got
bar, Jenna, from the other carry. It's
Yeah, you're right,
it's
they're
locked and
racing.
loaded.
Eugene.
And we saved our S3. Now we're going to sustain a little bit here. Ice cream buff, defense up. That's going to give us some healing and some major defense. Much
Exactly.
needed.
We can do it.
Aya going for that skill 2. Doesn't
Oh,
really want to
man.
go for the skill 1.
Both
Removes those
players.
debuffs off of Landy.
Both players just locking everything before they load out all the damage.
Resist all
First.
over.
But hold on.
Oh, it does actually get a couple of stuns,
But
but
the
it doesn't
frenzy.
matter.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
right.
matter indeed.
Euphine is going to cleanse at the start of her turn automatically because she has a full red bar. She is completely ready to pop off. Oh, this is a lot of damage coming out. And now with the Lion's turn, probably another counterattack about to come out of that landing.
Here's Bellion.
we go.
Apocalypse. Elbrus.
Another counterattack indeed.
Counter.
And the
And
Zobo.
another
How many times?
Life or death?
Look at his health of Skizu.
Oh my god.
Hanging on for dear life.
Good sleep from the
He
Ray.
sweeps that Lilius, but so many characters are stunned.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
the
stunned.
Elvis Ritual Sword actually came out of the Euphine, but it didn't work.
Here I come.
Here we go,
There's
though.
a
And
miss.
resist.
If she skill 3s and a counter comes out, though,
What
he just
happened?
has to pray.
Crit.
Trauma.
Am I critting kill?
You have to go for it though. It's now
He's
or never.
ripping it.
Oh, Skizu.
Not enough.
No! There is the counterattack. She's dead and many more gone.
Oh my god.
Hazama Hazama Ray has this in his books. Oskizu just left with Ray with 669 HP, I believe.
Yeah,
And that'll
just
be
a
with
death
the
block.
pull.
Oh
Hazama
my.
Ray, 3-0, convincing victory, the lower bracket finals.
Guys, a 3-0. I think both Jen and I were predicting as Izu had this just based off previous events. He was looking so strong. The last setup, he had Hazumare's number. But this is what happens when you give someone as strong as Hazamare a second chance.
But if you go back to the
he
draft,
really pulled it back.
if you go back to the draft, Hazama pulled the heroes that he never really played before, the style that we have not seen from this guy.
That's right, G-Clip. From game one, right out the gates, that's what he needed to do. He put his Izu in an awkward spot, and his Izu could never quite rally.
That Navy Captain Landy just went completely crazy. In the game previous as well, but this one, it was just absolutely off the wall. It just went crazy AoE non-stop every single turn that the Yufine just couldn't really keep up. And the moment she skill 3s and gets countered, is not ever going to survive that.
You're right. The crazy thing is, too, right, is that the Fiend actually crit G-Clip into the Navy Captain Landy, and it just didn't do enough. And then, of course, the counter that we were calling came out, and that's all she wrote.
And also, Oskizu had his chance to pick Landy if he wanted, but went with the Bellion twice on that band protection. So, little unfortunate series of events as he skipped through that Landy. I think he could have taken that into his own hands, but he just chose not to do so.
Yeah, the problem is because he really wants to play slow and tanky, he has to prioritize that big, bulky Orius tank as his third pick. Otherwise, the opponent's just going to ban it and try and run him over. So every single time he was prioritizing that, while Hazamare was like, I'm the aggressor. I can kind of just do whatever I want. And he was picking all these first turn characters that Oskizu didn't have everything to deal with.
It was a game of Elbrises, but Hazamare came out on top. This is the big Bellion S3. Unfortunately, didn't quite do enough. He was just way too low on health.
Yeah,
every counterattack came out, every salvo was proccing.
This Elbrus must be like plus 50, which is not allowed.
Yeah, he has like another level of Elbrus.
Right? The chances don't seem the same compared to my Elbrus.
The Landy's damage was also just so high.
And it wasn't just the Elbrus, the counters are just insanely well done. And Hazamare, the final game, just went like that, quick 3-0 victory. And Hazamare, we guarantee at least 20,000 USD for at least becoming second place. Now you can times 2.5 on top of that. If you win again, you can get that $50,000 USD. Well, that's a lot of money for just one day of play. That's Epic 7, guys. And if you have a draft like that, a hero pool like that with that much equipment score, maybe you could be the one next year.
Imagine saying that you lost $10,000 because Landy countered.
But you didn't pick her! That's also the thing! You had Yufine, same Elbrus, that's the same. But that is the end of our first match. Still, the big one is waiting for us. But before we head into the grand finale of Best of 7, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have that match coming right up.
That the best intentions can lead to the worst outcomes. Back then, I didn't know. I'll never forget the moment despair darkened those hopeful eyes. But all I ever wanted was for everyone to live in peace. All I ever wanted was a world where everyone was happy. And just like I wanted, the war was over. Because there was no one left to fight in it. But this side of the story will never come to light, since there's no one who wants to hear the truth. I won't ask for forgiveness. You don't need my excuses. For the sake of peace, I'll be the villain I have to be. Time to end our twisted fate. Facts aren't what's important. What matters is what we perceive as the truth. When you look at me, who do you see? A butcher or mankind's savior? Will you be the one who sees through it all and understands me.
Standing frozen in time, engraved in the stillness. On my pace, a sharpened baby. Deeper than the abyss, the grim darkness. Within me, just won't stop whispering. Just remember, you'll never forget. You was in your breath, you'll never forget. Shout it out, I leave you still behind. Falling deeper and deeper, journeying hands with shadow, walking through the night. Shadow to pieces, my heart caressed under the moonlight. Draining in anguish, trying to dance my carry into eternal dance. See you once again back in the light of day, everything down. In the stillness of time, in the eclipsing darkness, I continue working forward. Trapped within my ligaments, at last eternity, I can seem to escape. When we cross my eyes, I rise again. Till I feel the breath passing without end. Let it out, my burning heart of desire. Falling deeper and deeper, journeying hands with nails, breaking through the night. Shattered to pieces, my soul let bare as a future knife. Drowning in anguish, the dance goes on in death forevermore. Until once again I'm back in the light of the coming Even as everything fades away and remains to be forgotten, it's still got deep in my soul. My heart cries for vengeance. Hatred overflows. Anger by the abyss, lying by the moonlight, fading in the night. Shattered to pieces, my heart rejoins chorus of cries. Drowning in anguish, trying to dance my terror into eternal dance. Until once again I'm back in the light of the coming down. Till once again I find the light of death was coming down.
Finally, a fresh start. Are incredible and unforgettable. Summertime together.
Imagine how you would feel if your family was slaughtered. If the killer was revered as a hero of legend. Wouldn't it be horrifying? The screams of my enemies will be a requiem for the passing of my kin. Their blood will warm the corpse of my brother. I have no use for pride and honor as a warrior. All that remains is a void of emptiness and rage. Until the heart of my final enemy is run through, we won't stop. Will we, Ilian?
me like that. Where am I? Please, no. No more surgeries. Don't come any closer. She could come back. She might kill everyone. Though there was one person who held me close, no matter how hard I pushed. No matter what I do, or how much I hurt her. But one day, she just stopped coming to see me. Is she afraid of me too? Luna, where did you go? What do I have to do to see you again?
So you're the one that Luna holds so dear.
That the best intentions can lead to the
살짝 와 보시면 이렇게 방명록 공간이 있습니다. 그리고 결승 진행 중에 방송 화면에 잡히는 취업표를 작성해 주시는 분들께는 소정의 쿠폰도 드린다고 하니까 열심히 뽐내주시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 자, 그리고 안쪽으로 조금만 들어와 보시면 코스플레이어 분들과 사진 촬영을 할 수 있는 포토존이 이렇게 준비가 되어 있습니다. 자, 이번 E7WC 2024의 주인공 영웅인 신월의 루나와 함께 그리고 나락의 세실리아, 심연의 유피네와 함께 멋지게 기념 촬영을 해보실 수가 있습니다. 정말 게임 속에서 쏙 튀어나온 것 같은 멋진 퀄리티와 함께 여러분들 멋진 사진도 남겨보시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 그리고 포토존을 조금만 지나서 옆쪽으로 와 보시면 간단한 게임과 함께 상품을 받을 수가 있는 미니 게임 존이 이렇게 준비가 되어 있습니다. 신월의 루나가 복마의 창을 던지는 것처럼 다트를 던져서 높은 점수가 나오는 계승자분들께 상품을 드리면 되는 그런 간단한 게임들이 준비가 되어 있는데요. 저도 한번 살짝 던져보도록 하겠습니다. 한번 해볼게요. 자, 호잇. 야. 와, 자 이렇게 정말 간단하게 진행되는 게임인데 옆쪽으로 와 보시면 리듬 게임 이벤트도 진행이 되고 있습니다. 와, 여기 사람들이 굉장히 많이 줄지어서 있는데 저희도 살짝 들어가서 자세히 보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 다트와 마찬가지로 리듬 게임도 높은 점수를 기록한 계승자분들께 상품을 드린다고 하니까요. 저도 살짝 해보고 싶지만 많은 분들이 즐기고 계시기 때문에 양보를 살짝 해드리고 저는 빠르게 다음 공간으로 넘어가 보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그리고 마지막으로 오른편에 보시면 정말 다양한 에픽7의 굿즈들을 만나보실 수가 있는 MD샵이 준비가 되어 있습니다. E7WC 2024 결승전 현장이 아니면 쉽게 만나볼 수 없는 다양한 굿즈들이 준비가 되어 있다고 하니까요. 여러분들 함께 즐겨주시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 자, 이렇게 해서 저와 함께 결승전 현장을 살펴봤는데요. 무대와 함께 다양한 현장 이벤트들이 많이 준비가 되어 있다고 하니까요. 방문해주신 계승자 여러분들 모두 재미있게 즐겨주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 자, 이제 E7WC 2024 대망의 결승전이 준비가 되어 있다고 하는데요. 과연 세계 최고의 에픽7 계승자는 누가 될지 지금부터 확인해 보도록 하겠습니다. 가시죠.
And welcome back, everyone. That's what the venue looks like, not just here, around this entire place. It's filled with goodies, merchandise shop, mini games, cosplay section, and then the fan-made second and non-official merchandise also upstairs. Some rhythm game with the actual DJ section that you can also try. And they also have the high scores on the side. I think if you land on the top 3, you get some special prize. I didn't get to try it because the lines were so long. As you can see, packed with E7 players at the venue. And also, this is not the only place. We also have a side theater about 10 kilometers from here. We have a theater full of people, also mini games and some prizes over there. Just because we couldn't hold everyone at the finals venue, we also rented out a theater section.
Oh wow, an entire separate thing. That's really cool.
It's and that's also packed, and the lines are crazy because anyone can come on that side. So, and the lucky selected the raffled E7 Airs, the Korean Airs, got to come to this place. So that's what the space looks like, and I believe Bella was also streaming that on the other side, on the same channel. I don't know how that works exactly. You can have 2 streams now on YouTube apparently. So, so that's everything before we head into the grand finals. But let's switch the channel, get into the serious mode. That was a quick 3-0 from Hazama. Looked nothing like what he has been playing before. No Fire Robbie apparently. So what's going on, guys? Jenna, what do you think is going to happen? Gobyang needs the opponent.
What Skitsu said is he was like, I hope he picks Fire Robbie so that I can just destroy him, and then he didn't pick Fire Robbie.
Yeah, that is the thing.
There he is right now.
Yeah, the background.
Yeah, he's on that final stage. As you can see, getting ready for that final. Best of 7. It's not best of 5 anymore. Oh, the handshake. The grand finalist.
Dang.
From thousands of thousands to down to final 2 players. Go Myung-mi on the left from Korea. Hazam Ray from Asia server. And Because Go Myung-mi came straight up from the winner's bracket, Go Myung-mi will start with that 1-0 score lead. That's the advantage that Go Myung-mi will, that's known as KJ, will receive. That's a nice follow Cecilia with the sunglasses. And some information about Go Myung-mi most picks, as you can see, Laya Tywin Haste, that we haven't seen too much because it was banned last time. But that Lua, some more speed contest, I think it might be on between the two players here.
Oh yeah, going to be definitely a different matchup this time. And not only, G-Clef, you pointed out that Go Myung-mi is going to start up 1-0 as his advantage. He also got to see the entire match unfold and saw some of Hazem Ray's early picks that he kind of brought out as a surprise. So he's got a lot of advantages.
Certainly does.
He has to expect some of that's going to come his way. Like that top model Luca thing, he's not going to fall for that. He must be ready for something like that. It was really popular on the ladder, and he was fighting for top 3 as well, so he probably saw that plenty of times.
Oh,
so
yes.
He has to be prepared for it, and then he just saw it take out Oskizu as well.
And I believe
Go Myung-mi
finished with the finish as the first place for the previous season. So he certainly indeed should know about that.
He's in his
model.
prime.
Yeah, these guys, well, they're both like Hall of Famers, right? These guys are the best of the best. But I think one important thing to note, just real quick, is that just unlike Oskizu, Hazem Ray's not going to be able to get away with some of those drafts that we saw, especially with like the last pick Strazes, not necessarily as easily because, like we mentioned, Go Myung-mi is going to contest. He's got some speed of his own.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a lot more battle of speed between these two, but we might still see some of the usual culprits such as Emma Politis taken out from the very beginning because nobody wants to fight that character.
Oh yes, she's a little too strong. Even a lot of characters have a lot of trouble gaining those resources against Politis, Emma Politis. Here we go, grand finals.
And we're right into the match.
1-0 up for Go Myung-mi in the lead from winner's bracket advantage. Here's the grand finals between Go Myung-mi and Hazem Ray. Best of 7.
Best of 7 indeed.
So if you go to 7, there will be plenty of pre-bans. Way too many that we might just have to step back a lot and go back with the Fire Robbie. Go back to those days.
See that.
Really crazy.
I want to go the distance and see all those unused units that never see the light of day.
Oh, these are very different bands.
Politis is it's a lock. She's a lock.
Yeah, we see the Kara band and Randan,
There we
which
go.
are two characters you could potentially pick against him. We see Hazem Ray just immediately take that, but Go Myung-mi must have an answer to that character. There's no way he just let Hazem Ray get that and has nothing to respond, right?
Yeah, the speed at which he picked that Sanyan Genuine, I think he definitely has a game plan.
He must, but he's immediately going to fight that ambitious Tywin Hazem Ray's favorite pick. And what's he going to Vanguard here? Is he going to go for something like the Death Dealer Ray? Is he going to go for the
Fire Robbie?
Here
we go!
Yes, so different than his match with Oskizu.
Bazaar coming out of Go Myung-mi's side, and Zito.
Look how quick he's
quick on the picks.
They're picking so fast, they're so sure of what they want to draft right here. There's no doubt.
Hazem Ray is actually the one backing down now, taking some time to think. Maybe surprised. DJB into the Zio. He does have his favorite Tywin. And it's combined with that ML Politis, which we don't get to see too often. He's going to have that enrage buff activated.
Only when all are dead will
Okay.
stand.
BBK?
Karin coming out.
The extra life BBK?
And guys, we saw how impactful the exclusive equipment was for Arby, right? Arbiter Vildred. Bloodblade Karin, like Jenna was just saying, also has an EE.
And the Knockwall. Knockwall final pick. A character that's really, really, really hard to deal with. And of course, Zio is not able to stop her, even though he's guaranteed to get the first turn. She's invisible.
Imagine definitely Ray picked last.
No way.
Yeah.
We forgot about Ray.
This is pretty crazy, actually.
What a world.
So this is a very different game than not only the games we just saw previously today, but most of the tournament games that we saw. Just very different picks coming out of both sides.
Only 2 nights, no candy. What's happening?
We see both the final picks banned yet again. Most of the players will be doing that, as we all know. But how is this going to pan out? Who do you think is going to win this? G-Clef, Car?
Hey,
man,
I actually don't know.
I don't want to make another statement after how wrong we were with Oskizu Hazem Ray, but I'd say Go Myung-mi.
No, I trust on that Bloodblade Karin. There we go.
G-Clef going with Hazem Ray.
Your Emperor?
Let's see. 1 up because of the advantage again. So round 2, Go Myung-mi starting with Zio. As you all know, it Politis quite fast, as you can see 93%.
I am the rightful ruler of this land.
The Emperor leads us
Kneel
off here.
for me.
Big skill 3.
Goes for that Karin, not enough effectiveness. We don't know how much effectiveness Zio really has and how much effect resistance the Karin has, but she's definitely a very big threat from Hazumare's side.
Sometimes even I'm amazed. Good resist coming out on that speed down.
And here's why we brought that Desert Moon Bazaar. Get that cut in. Big skill 3. Gives that immunity, that push up.
Yeah, this makes it so Ambitious Taiwan is really just not as much of a threat because they have the immunity on. Very, very important. And General is really hard to deal with right here, especially with that Senya in front protecting him. Huge amount of damage on the skill 3. Half of Taiwan's health bar just immediately gone, and he's a tank.
He got chumped.
You still have to go for it, even if there are some muscles on the left. Can't do it.
Just S1. Take a little souls away.
Senya goes to that soul burn skill 3, maybe on the Taiwan to just try and take him out.
I think so. We already did such a big jump with the Genoa.
35K.
Another 10K added on top.
Oh. That's so much damage
Here
from
we go.
without the passive.
Does Karin gonna wait a little bit, I would think?
You think that
she has
would be
a
enough?
second turn of immortality. That's
right.
the big change that they made to her with her Suso equipment. So he
Sober,
gets one more
sober.
chance, but he just decides to rip it.
Let's see the damage. Oh, my God!
Okay, though, guys, we did see something similar
Here comes.
in a previous round.
Absolutely insane.
The captain with the barrier. That is basically all the barriers on
Here's the
Senua.
follow-up. Enough to break the barrier, but she's still alive.
Genoa with 1 million health of shield, but he's popping off with the skill 1.
Another
into
bite.
the skill 3 on
Let's
this
see the
Robbie,
damage on
and
Robbie.
she's gonna be gone.
Down. Oh, this
Here we
still
go,
here.
though.
That's the
This
raise.
one gonna pull that BBK. It's enough.
Rip through Senya. And this Genua. Hidden. And raise.
All become ash.
But the
It's
shield
invisible,
rips
but that's
and
not
she
enough.
rips through all. BBK with the win. How's the raise?
G-Clef, you called it. What a pick there from Hazumare, the Bloodblade Karin, taking it home.
This is
Yeah, she just did such a crazy amount of damage. She saw Genoa and said, I can do the same thing, but better. I'm you, but
Imagine.
stronger.
Yes, we are seeing the impact on how powerful these exclusive equipments are that this latest round brought to the table. And these guys are showcasing them to the fullest.
That was insane. Watch out, RTA, the beginning of the new season for BBK. I'm pretty sure everyone's building her right now, getting that exclusive equipment. And
Oh, man.
oh, he's looking for guild mates, guys. Oh,
And
but-
ladies and gentlemen, we blink G-Clef and it's tied up 1-1.
Oh,
my
boy.
God.
Hazama with these strays. Now
Look
BBK.
at the damage. You thought Genua was pumping when he was deleting Robbie? Nah, BBK beats her. 20K on top.
Yeah, and the Fire Bobby was just a bait. Didn't really do much in this game. No damage, just damage taken.
Yeah, that was just a crazy amount of damage out of that Bloodblade Karin. And she even had the resistance to be able to not be affected by Zio, so I wonder how many damage stats she really had. And Robbie didn't really contribute anything at all, but it didn't matter. Bloodblade Karin carried the whole team by herself.
Yeah.
Here's the highlight. And let's take a look again. I am sure
Yeah,
we
the
will get.
12K.
Yeah, this is the
At least
moment.
that time.
You
Soul
can't
burn.
go back.
Boom! Right there.
The damage.
Yeah,
You guys
she did even-
at home aren't aware, Bloodblade Karin does get more damage the more health she's missing. He's Soulburn on top of that. You saw how much power she has.
Yes, that's exactly what she is made up of.
I'll assist you.
Or
Yeah, those
some
dual
chaos, a
attacks.
little duel. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
oh my
nasty.
goodness. Here we go, the finisher.
We almost forgot
I don't
about
care how big
Politis.
that barrier is, Jenna, from that that Senya. It ain't enough.
And Genua, of course, doesn't have that much HP, as we all know him, because he has to proc that passive and go into that immortality. Still wasn't enough against the double immortality BBK. So now,
two
go in
lives.
me and a deep thought.
He's got a lot of fans, G-Clef. He can't let them down, and that was
certainly
it. You know,
does.
that was kind of that was quite the statement from Hazumare.
Yeah, it certainly does.
It was close, but at the same time, Hazare just really had it. And I mean, it's 1-1 right now, so they do have the same score, but Hazare is the one who actually had to win a match right there to show it. So him winning that, it puts Gomiami a little bit on the back foot potentially. I'm sure the crowd is all rooting for him though.
He flipped and it says counters are unbeatable.
Nice. True.
As we saw before.
Oh, good one, good one. We all know it. We all feel it. Oh, that's Chaos right there, right in the middle. Chaos. Chaos
Yeah,
X.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I think I did see a couple of Korean players here. I think they made it through. And
So cool.
of course, full house over here, and also full house on the other side of the viewing theater. Let's go, Gomyangmi. Well drawn.
Very good artwork.
Yeah, and everyone got the. You see the lighted up
Oh,
sign
the
on the
glow
left.
sticks?
Yeah, the glow
Yeah.
sticks. Yeah, that was all on the chair for everyone who visited.
Nice.
It's really cool. I still have mine from the main cafe. I think it's the same one. Yeah.
Oh, look at the rat right there. Really well drawn there.
Yeah, remember
Hey,
Goyang
shout
Lee
out.
does have the 6-star rat. You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he used to bring that out to kill people and one-shot
I
people.
remember.
I
with
don't think
defense.
this is a stage for it, but
No.
Imagine if he did though and won.
Maybe if he gets a few more wins under his belt, guys. But come on, he's currently not down one, but it feels like he's down one.
he's been using that rat on the event matches a couple of times, I think, at the end of last year and some moments before. But too much at stake, and you just dropped the map. I don't think it's time for the rat. Maybe Shu. Yeah, yes, Shu's.
A different rat.
Yeah,
We haven't been
better.
seeing any of that rat either though today, so we might be seeing it as some of the matches go forward and we see more bans coming out of both sides. We might see the rats come out though.
Yeah, that's right. But right now, there's no need for a rat. When both teams are pure aggression, there's nothing to injure, right? On the ML Shu at least.
Yeah, Shu used 10 times and 5% win rate. The best win rate so far, I'd say, over 10 times played. Ray and Sililius around 64% win rate. That's pretty high after being
Wow.
played many times, over 60 and 80 times.
That is too high.
And Tywin also around 60%
Oh.
win rate. Oh,
Look at that ban.
Top
model
model.
Lula
Gotta
ban. He
give it
does
to
not
Get that
want
out
to
of
do
here.
that.
I saw what you did.
Yeah, and we
Not
saw
to me,
the
buddy.
that Emil Politis also banned. Hazumari picked it in the last match, but this time he's like, I'm not fighting this thing. I'm gonna get rid of it immediately now that I'm second.
Yeah,
pick."
we were wondering if he had an answer, and the match wasn't like super one-sided. It was more Bloodlake current. But yeah, the Politis Gomyami opts we just opt to get it out
We've
of this
seen
entire
these picks
set.
before. This is looking very familiar. Both sides pre-banned most of the really fast, aggressive characters, so now they're picking kind of the same characters we saw in the previous matches, just a lot more methodical, slow, and bulky, but also potentially a lot of debuffs.
A Moon Bunny.
Tony, a solid
Yeah,
pick.
we see the Moon Bunny this time. Potentially just counter-picking a possible Emma Lilius, but also at the same time, it's a counter to the Death Dealer Ray. So he's kind of covering its bases
Yeah,
a
it
little
could
bit.
be a proactive because standalone, right? It's not that strong for KJ Gomyami. Just the Laya extra turn after she has 3s. But yeah, I think proactively it's nice. Protects his own team for future picks too. We'll see what he does.
Hazumari
with it.
might consider going for a longer match here because when matches take longer and you have a character like this Moon Bunny, she becomes completely useless. So if Hazumari decides to kind of slow down and go a little bit bulkier for a long match, maybe going into Frenzy 5 or something like that, then it might actually really just help his team a ton.
Yeah, good point, Jenna. I think Moon Bunny. Oh, I think Tomyami really thought really hard about this. Hazumari has been bringing that Sililius a little bit today.
4 seconds left. You see the Celine come out.
Gotta be one more pick.
And Robbie? Oh, Blood Moon Haste coming out. We actually haven't seen him yet today because he was banned in the previous matches the entire time, but I think most of us know he is extremely scary to fight. Does so much damage.
Oh my god, a
Holy
reverse
BBK.
Uno card.
From Gomyangmi. He's got this prepared too.
He's saying, I can do it too. Coming out with
Yeah,
that
anything you can do,
Bloodblade
I
car
can
and
do
Q2.
better.
These players had the BBK
I like this
equipped
pick.
and ready to go.
That's a statement, and we're here for it. And a Roy Mustang.
Roy,
gonna
our
snap
boy.
on him.
Oh man, Roy's our boy. He's actually the final pick. I really hope he doesn't get
I hope
banned.
he makes it through, but unlikely.
I heard Roy's been destroying lots of things with Frida, but Frida's not allowed in tournaments, so we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
What's
it's such a
Hazumari
strong
gonna go
pick.
for last here?
Speeding things up.
Faithless Litica. A really good opener, very fast, able to just reset somebody, really dangerous to deal with. So I think that Gomyami might just take that out immediately. Just post-ban that, but what do you think Hosmary's post-ban would be? Would it be the Bloodblade Karin, or would it be the
It's gotta
Roy?
be one of the last two, right? And I'm thinking potentially Royce and Celine
I think
is in his ban
BBK is
protection.
scary. We've seen
They're
it.
both pretty scary, though. Can you deal with... Which one can you deal with better?
And Hazamare doesn't have any ice units. So
Yeah,
going with that
Roy,
fire ban.
you have your Celine right in the third pick. I think it's safer, a little safer to get Roy out of there.
Both very, very scary, as you guys called it out.
Every time he gets picked, he's banned. He's too scary in that
Roy
fifth pick
must
spot.
ban.
And here we go. Game 3, it is 1-1 tied.
So is Dominio gonna just go for that skill 1? Because if they use the skill 3, the Celine's gonna counter, and it looks like they're going for it.
He's ripping it.
Is he tanky enough? Or going?
Bigger not Stormfort
It does
activated
go
into the
for
Death
Ray.
Ray.
The stun
That's a lot of
the
damage.
stun
And it
E.
stunned him. 0 effect resistance.
Oh man.
Now,
Very
Hosmary-
different than what we saw from the Skizu DDR with a lot of ER.
Yeah, it's the complete opposite. Now, he doesn't actually have to kill it because it's stunned, so he
Yes.
could opt for somebody else.
Soulburn?
I gave
Into
you
who?
a chance.
Decides to just take him
DDR.
out.
Too late
Okay.
to say
Doesn't
sorry.
matter. Stun or
I
not.
feel like the Soulburn was a little bit of overkill since he did 23,000 damage, but, you know, wanted to
Potentially.
really
Just finish
make
your
sure.
plate though,
Just
right?
to make
you-
sure.
On the grand stage, don't leave it up to chance. Here we go though. A reverse soul burn.
Until death
And that's going to be on that haste. You really have to take him out. It's such a huge problem. But he's got Proof of Valor, and there's an Aureus on the Ambitious Tywin. That's so
look at
much
that.
tankiness. He barely took a scratch from someone like Emil Senya.
That's right, a lot less damage than expected coming out. Mermaid,
follow my rhythm.
a little more tanky. Here's Laya with Cheerful Wish,
Yeah, tempo for the squad.
pushing up the team.
Training that 8 Tywin that Hosmary
Tywin.
loves, ripping it.
Immediately going for that skill 3. What's
flash.
he going to land?
Triple
Oh,
stun!
okay,
Big,
everything.
In the house!
Worthy of my
This is a
mercy.
no effect resistance Karin, or maybe low enough, and the Ambitious Tywin has a huge amount of effect.
Got the strip.
Yeah, nothing's got ER here. Except, well, we did get a resist
Oh,
there,
so
no
maybe we're
follow-up.
Right here. Time for a warm-up.
Quite a
Pull
lift there.
onto Sir.
Oh, that's a
Holy
huge amount of damage
God.
from that Celine S1.
Into a
And I
defense
think they're just
throw.
going to finish her off here right now.
Defense
That's
throw.
right, that bomb, get her out. Now we're free to kill.
Gobyang-mi.
We do have to get through a few lives though on the BBK.
Oh, resist the provoke, actually. So I don't know if that was luck or
Maybe.
It's anyone's
if
guess
they
right
actually
now.
have the
I don't
resistance.
know. Counterattack.
But ooh, that's really bad getting that counterattack. But
Resistance?
no, he didn't actually get the secondary hit. No heal or anything.
All right, first immortality,
None
resist.
can escape.
All right,
There.
fully
Here we
powered
go.
up.
1 HP in the
Soulburn.
world against you.
There was a miss on the Celine.
No, not.
That was a huge amount of damage, but it just wasn't enough,
Yeah, look
especially
at this
in
Proof of
this
Valor
case.
haste.
Still so tanky.
And we just, oh,
And that's
there
it.
it is.
Gobyang-mi taps out Hazamare with a double in a row. Things are
Azure
turning.
looking so strong here. He hasn't dropped a game yet.
He did
Ladies
not.
and gentlemen, this is Hazamare's tournament to lose now. It was KJ's. He's on the back foot. The fans are expecting something great, and he's now lost 2 in a row.
Unexpectedly, Hazamare delivering some tanky units and controlling the tempo back and forth. Some speedy, some slower. Gobyang-mi is having a tough time against these drafts.
This does not seem like the same Hazamari we saw in the previous games of the tournament. This one, he is completely locked in. He seems to be really strong at playing fast, strong at playing slow. He seems to have every answer. He's ready for every draft. So
100%, right? After that long break in the previous set, he did the most research, homework. He did all of it, it looks like.
Man, that's incredible. All the players came down to Korea about 4 or 5 days ago in advance, and had about 2+ weeks to prepare for this final match. But Hazamare not just doing the homework, he's done other people's homework on his own.
Well, listen, G-Clef, Gomiami's on the home stage, right? He's got home court advantage, so don't count him out just yet.
Still
I want to see
does.
this go the distance.
That's right. It's not best of 5. It's best of 7. So
Yeah.
still some room left for Gobyang-mi. But his Bloodblade coverage not working as well.
Yeah, not quite as good. Hazamari is the type of person that other people would cheat off his homework. He's the kind of guy that he's one of the leaders of the pack doing really strong things in RTA. You see him at the top of the ladder all the time.
Here we go. Some big defense breaks. Double stuns.
Yeah, that triple,
Yeah, no
Oh,
stuns,
that was
too.
a
that
triple,
triple stun
actually.
was insane.
Yeah.
And the defense break, and on top of that, Laya pulled that Celine. On
And
the
here we're
Senya.
gonna see, right? This is the fully buff damage BBK, but the Aureus, the proof of valor, and the miss on the Celine. Too much to get through.
Yeah.
So-
If you had been able to kill that Blood Moon haste as well with that skill 3, I think we would have been seeing a very different match potentially. But
Yeah, and if that Roy Mustang
quite.
came through, it also could have been different. Oh, that's a
Roy was the game changer.
twisted K-Ron. Buff, please.
Oh, true. These guys are spitting facts right now.
Oh, yes. We'll see. And that one in the middle says, Melissa skin, please, for the champion. Oh, Gomyangmi was hinting that. I think he still has that.
I think that was his
Melissa.
rank 1 choice.
Yes,
was
I-
actually Melissa.
I think
No.
so.
Oh, wait, unless there's a different one?
I think he changed it. I think he changed
It was
it.
Robbie, right?
I think that was number 2.
It was
might
Robbie,
be
Arya,
wrong.
and Crowd from the original. If there was another one, I didn't catch that one. just yet.
Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
Melissa is in his profile right now this week. I think I've seen that on the.
Or was it Mort? I thought maybe there's a Mort. I can't remember.
I think he changed it a couple of times, so we'll check after if he wins or if Hosmer
If he
wins.
wins.
If he lose, no chance with that skin, certainly.
Yeah, then it doesn't matter. So what do you think is going to be banned here? Do you think we're going to see Ambitious Tywin,
That's
maybe
tough.
Ray,
This is so tough.
some of these characters? Bloodblade Karin? Who knows?
He was the proactive one, right? He's on Gomyami on the back foot here. They use a lot of similar heroes, so the band's gonna be kind
3
of tough.
seconds. We ban with the slow knights.
Down to the wire. What are they going to ban? Oh,
interesting.
Lytica and ML
Yeah.
Senya getting taken out. Didn't really want to deal with either of those two characters, and he decides to pick that Ray. I think we're going to see the ambitious Tywin and Laya combo coming out of Hazare's side, right? We've been seeing that a lot.
Ray.
I'd be shocked.
Laya.
It's
Pick.
showtime.
Surely not Golden
Never
Boy
been done
himself,
before.
ambitious Tywin.
60% win rate, yes, but Laya, she's still near 41% win rate actually. One of the most picked hero out of all throughout 2 months. They're very low in win rate.
Laya is very rarely banned by players, but everyone wants to pick her because she's just such a secure character to have on your team. She does damage in the late game. She's able to support your team with cleanses. She just does it all.
That's right, she's a
So
warrior.
the Laya Tywin combo is strong, but we're giving our opponent the BB Ray into haste. We saw this Moon Bunny, we discussed it before. Why Gomyami picks it in this position, but unfortunately it hasn't been working out.
Yeah,
It's
he's
the
trying to
definition of
find
insanity.
something where Hazamari doesn't have an answer to his Death Dealer Ray potentially because he picks this Moon Bunny, and he's also able to make it so Hazamari can't pick characters like Knockwall. He also can't pick Emma Lilius, so he's kind of barring his opponent off for those things, and that's why he banned the Faithless Lytica here. He's trying to make it so that Hazamari has no options for first turn. Nothing that
No
can really
options for
threaten
first
him.
turn, but like we were talking about, right? If the match goes a little bit longer, Moon Bunny didn't lose a lot of gas. She kind of just trades off for free and turns it into a 3v4 situation.
That's very true, but I think that's partially why the Death Dealer Ray and the Blood Moon Haste are here, because they're both really good characters at just controlling a match, supporting the
Actually just
team,
picks
and
the
we see that Knockwall lock.
regardless, okay.
Yeah, you said control, Jenna, and there's control. Someone who has a
And
range.
Zero coming out as the 4th pick. So now Hazamari is saying, I have guaranteed first turn unless you're really trying to race me. His final pick might be some sort of like cleave counterpart, something to run in his team.
Initiative is in Hazamari's hands here. Gomyami now with 2 picks.
It's a solid team. That's an array haste, it's funny, but what else do you need? Some more AoE like Eugene, who we haven't seen yet in the grand final.
We need some sort of carry, right? Something that can actually fight against this, but how many characters are really safe here?
Genua?
I don't know if he necessarily needs like a hyper carry. His team is the DD Ray and the Haze can kind of put in some work, but yeah, it's something versatile enough.
This is your last
It's got to be
chance.
safe.
Oh,
Vivian. I
Vivian
like that
actually
debuff
a
immunity, right?
really good
Pretty
idea.
strong here. Full
She
focus.
can't be debuffed after her changes until she's lost enough focus. So she's completely safe from someone like Ambitious Tywin. She's safe from Zio. She's safe from this Knockwall as well. And we see the Emma Landy coming out.
Captain Landy.
Emma Landy can't be stunned, so she's safe from Ambitious Tyrone. However, a character like Knockwall is technically really good against her, but maybe not with this Moon Bunny on the field for Go Miami's side.
Yep.
Yep. And even though she can't be stunned, the defense break could be impacted from Tywin. Not completely knocked out of his debuffs here. But what is Hosmer going to pick?
One lesson we learned from the last 2 months: when in doubt, Candy out. That's the way.
Yeah, Solitaire there going to be potentially a must ban.
That is a must ban, absolutely, because this Vivian relies on her focus, and Solitaria removes all focus from the opponent. You have to ban. You can't let it through unless you're risking a 50-50 saying, well,
that's
they're going to
exactly
ban my
right.
Vivian.
Yeah. He has 2 hyper carries. Does he make that? No, I think the safe play is, of course, to ban the Solitaria. If you're left with that Sylvian, you just lose that match against Soli.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be honest, right? You have to play like an honest player and say, I'm going to ban this because I can't risk it. Oh! He actually left it up.
He didn't go for it.
The dishonesty, he left it up. He said, I know that you're banning Vivian. There's no way you're going to let it
That's the play
through.
of a champion right there. You gamble and you win it, and that's what he needs to come back.
And Solitaria's not really able to do a ton here versus this Navy Captain Landy overall, because she can't stun Navy Captain Landy. He took the gamble, and it might really pay off.
We'll see if it goes in and really pays off. Here's Moon Bunny Dominio. Go Miami starting to turn, looking to come back. Off by 4% only.
Life or death.
We see Moon Bunny take the first turn and immediately into this Death Dealer raid. Knockwall is the next turn, so she's just not getting a turn.
I guarantee.
Assuming this sleep lands.
Cloud?
And it's on
There it is, a full Monty.
99.
Awesome
array.
I'm growing tired of this act.
Potentially just hitting someone like Laya so that nobody else wakes up.
That's right, knock knock. Someone's got to come up here. But we want to cycle out through those turns.
Soli's
Goes for the Solitaria.
Venom's coming.
Knockwall loses her turn, and now Laya's going. He attacked the Solitaria because Laya can just cleanse anyways with her skill 2 here, so no point in really hitting anybody else.
Laya's a little less tanky now. Venoms will be in effect.
You already see it kind of shaving off a little bit off the top here. There's that cleanse we were talking about. See our push as well.
Daydream on.
Solitaria not bad.
This is where the debuffs start to happen, though. Solitaria maybe just opts for the S1 on the Landy too.
Okay.
Gets unbuffable immediately.
That was a gamble in reverse. No counter.
She didn't really get amazing debuffs overall out of that. Didn't get any stuns on Go Maomi's side either. But it's Ambitious Tyrone just going to rip that skill 3. Potentially an MO Landy counterattack happens if he does, so it could be risky.
He's been making some risky plays here.
Let's see the stuns.
All right, show me.
There's no
ulti
counterattack out of the Landy.
Yeah, she is asleep. She's been hit more than once here.
Sober?
This ain't Hosmer Ray's Candy. Guarantee that's
a lot of damage.
That actually did a lot of damage with the Venom on top. Really hurting.
Coming back.
Guys, I think that's solely 50-50.
Sleep.
Is paying off in dividends.
That was definitely really smart on Go Miami's side, though. He soul burned on that knockball since she was revealed by the AoE, make it so that she doesn't get to use her ability.
Look at that damage!
Excellent specimen.
What?
What's so much?
That defense break.
Oh, what? They landed the sleep on the Solitaria with the Ray, though, even though he was blinded. Sanded his
team.
She
Oh,
is not
that's so much damage.
What damage?
I'll teach you a lesson.
Hold up.
Another sleep?
They go for that skill 1, and they sleep her. The Landy gets the skill 1. Is she going to be able to kill? No salvo!
Go me!
She did cycle out of the defense break, though.
Maybe Captain Landy a little tired today on the left
Nako's
side.
got a full set of skills here.
If she goes to the skill 3, okay, yeah, she
Locks
has
it.
to go for that skill 2. So now that she has sealed this Moon Bunny, the next time she uses skill 3, she's completely safe.
Back to Death to the Ray. Who do you sleep? Who do you go for? You just go for the kill on the Tywin?
Most likely.
Goes for the knockball so that she's not able to skill 3 next turn, probably so that this haste doesn't get reset or anything. Now, Landy still could counterattack here. If the Solitaria goes for a skill 1 and we see a counterattack come out, Landy could just pop off and potentially win the game off of
Can
it.
you do enough damage?
I hope you enjoy yourself.
If you land on self?
They're going for the haste.
Oh, they're
No
too
counterattack comes out, and that haste is stunned.
This candy is asleep, and there it
You
is,
see
enough
the
to
kill come
finish.
out.
Where's
And
the
it's
Elbrus?
unbuffable as well on this Blood Moon haste, so he's not able to get his shield, doesn't get the immunity.
Yes, that
nothing
unbuffable
buffs.
is huge.
Haste.
Showtime.
Now there is a
Raya
bit of
has
damage going on
skills
Hosmer's
for
side.
Yes, Karthik.
There was some injury though.
Here comes
24,000 HP.
Spirit of Ra.
Over into haste.
Haste. Dead.
He's gone.
It's just like a
Frenzy of 3, but I think the game just might be over. Hosmer a little too strong.
Well, it was really unfortunate that Landy was asleep at the wheel the entire time. She wasn't doing all these big counterattacks we saw from Hazumare's side. She wasn't
Well, you
doing
know
all the
what,
salvos.
Jenna? Sometimes when you live by the 50-50, you die by the 50. You know what I'm saying? He
I mean,
gambled and he
but
lost.
Landy's been paid off by Hazumare. It's like she's going crazy on his side, but on Gomiami's side, she's just asleep.
Can defeat me?
Look at
Here's
this
a
one
flash.
Tywin here. Just throwing a little damage.
You know who I
I
am.
think Hosmer kind of knows that he got this in his hands. Haste was really the only way for Komiami to come back in this game, right, gentlemen?
Yeah, he needed
Potentially.
Landy or haste to be able to survive and then pop off,
How
but
do you like
he just kind of
this?
got control. The Blood Moon haste, he didn't have any cleanse for actually saving him from that stun or anything. He also had unbuffable, so he couldn't even get immunity from his passive.
Do my best.
Let's, there's still a pretty healthy Moon Bunny. Pretty healthy Ray. One health Tywin.
The Moon Bunny carry.
With the Venom?
Do you smell
More the DD Ray, but let's see, right? That injury's kind of
There's
heavy.
actually a good amount of damage coming out, to be
That's
honest.
what I'm saying. He's still in this, I
Dr.
think.
Ray, he still has skill 3 as well.
Oh,
It is
I was about to
possible
say
that
I'm
it
not
can-
sold on that, but until I saw this moment.
Yeah, y'all were
Yeah,
killing
wait a
Gomiami
moment.
already. Hold up.
Oh,
This is actually going to do a lot, and he lands everything as well.
This is the power of DD Ray, right? He can do everything on his own. Hold up.
Yeah, he's a support and carry and debuffer.
For one
in
special.
one.
Hold on. That's the Death Dealer Ray. I don't care if my candy's asleep. I got
Wait
the
a
DD
moment.
Ray.
another
Stage belongs
sweet
to
miracle.
Wait just a moment.
Now
Laya
look at
has
this.
skill 3, but
He does,
she
but
also
look at the
only has
injury.
15,000 health.
That's
Is she gonna
capped.
take anybody out?
Yeah. That guitar is not going to do as much.
All right,
as
let's see.
Over.
Let's see. There is some frenzy, right? We had the soul burn.
You're right. Enough to
How
take
much
out.
do you get?
One
Survive.
It does a lot, but
13K.
it's not a
Doc,
kill.
trust me. I'm a doctor.
There
Okay,
it is.
I'll
cycle.
teach you a lesson.
Moon Bunny
Let
turn.
me see.
The buffs?
Moon Bunny's gonna skill 3 for that shield plus push up to save them from this Solitaria. Solitaria does have skill 3 though.
With the stun? No, let's go for
Oh,
that.
for the S1 here.
Still
Need
down.
speed.
It does land speed down. That might
Yeah,
actually
there's
be
something
pivotal.
else.
Resistance.
Some strips. Oh, and the Lion
down.
turn is
Lion
gonna be
left?
enough.
Right here.
Yeah, I think this S1's gonna be enough here.
And it kills!
The fairy tale for Nightmare was adding up.
Was close.
Wow.
Another sleep, definitely. But still some way
And now
to go.
with the Pestilence gone, you don't have enough.
There it is.
To be fair, even if Ray got another turn, I don't think he would have been doing enough damage, but
I think
he
so,
definitely
too.
made it look a little closer in that match by the end.
Yeah, Gomiami finds no other way out. Straight up, Hazamare just won 6 games in a row, guys, on the stage.
That's right, G-Clap. I think Gomiami needed that one. 3 in a row. If this was the best of 5, like against Exquizo, he's out of here.
He's about to.
Luckily, he has a few more, but my God.
Hazamare is about to win 50K with 7 games of Epic 7. There's no way. There's
G-Clap, not
no
only that,
way
right?
it can't happening.
Gomiami's been talking like he's the champ. He already had the money in the
He's the
bag, and
villain.
it's not looking good right now.
He certainly will not be Faker after this if he loses.
He could make the miracle run happen, and he just
Yeah, that-
sweeps
you know what?
and wins all the matches back, though.
I would love to see that, and that would be very fitting.
Reverse
for Mr.
sweep.
KJ.
Would be
When you
incredible.
start to get really far into these best of 5s, best of 7s, all these kinds of things, and more bands start stacking up, the player that's more creative and good at utilizing their character pool generally is going to be the person who has the advantage. And so,
Well,
is he
yeah,
better
let's
at
talk
that than
about Hanzo,
Hanzo,
right? The Gomiami, the band that we're talking about with the 50-50, that took some guts. That was actually a winning play. His candy was just asleep. It missed counter like 5 times, and even
Yeah,
salvo
if it
when
got
it did hit
one
S1.
counterattack, I think he
It
would have
was
just
so
straight up won the
close,
game.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so close that the
Didn't
Death
see
Dealer Ray, if
anything.
the candy didn't finish it, he would have had enough gas at the end.
I was
to take it
almost
home.
doubting that he would have like Holy Sack or something. That Elbrus was just so tight.
Yeah, it really did seem like
forgot
it
to
wasn't on
equip it.
Elbrus.
No way. There's no way he forgot to equip it. He has
Well, maybe it's a
multiple.
plus 0. Maybe he forgot to upgrade it.
There's
It
no
was a
way.
free-to-play
It's
one.
Komyang
Yeah,
Mi, guys. Good Komyang Mi. We've seen his landing before. Hazama Ray.
He's looking unbeatable right now. I'm very impressed.
One single game away from becoming the champion of this entire tournament.
Yeah, and we were talking about Death Rare trying to mount a comeback here, actually surviving the Laya S3, but the frenzy was just too much. Look how low his health is. That Fairy Tail for Nightmare on the Solitaria just chipping him down, and then we get the finish with that duel.
So how's the Moon Bunny doing? Is Moon Bunny really worth the pick in the protection, or is it hurting Komyang Mi in a way?
Well, he's like Jenna was saying, right? G-Clef, he's putting so much eggs in one basket to protect that DD Ray proactively, and it just hasn't been working out. She doesn't have enough left by the time the match is near the end.
I think he needs to change something. He needs to make some big ban that changes the whole match, like banning someone like Death Dealer Ray or banning someone like Ambitious Taiwan or Laya. Just something to change at the beginning of the draft, because it seems like no matter how Hazama twists his draft, it seems to go in his favor.
Hazama looks a little nervous on the stage. As you can see, he's blinking.
He's nervous,
Thousands
but
times
he's so
per
nervous.
second.
Yeah, it's a good nervous in my opinion.
Even
He
if
kind
you're
of pops
winning.
off,
Yeah, even if
big
you're winning.
sigh of relief.
But 1-3 is the fact. That's the score that we have. Hazama Ray on a championship point. Zio Ray Ban.
We see Zio banned and Death Dealer Ray, so we're not going to see Death Dealer Ray out of Go Miami's side. He's taking that Laya, so Hazama can't go for the Laya Ambitious Taiwan combo. We probably are still going to see Ambitious Taiwan, but who's the other character? What do you guys think is the priority here with so many bans?
Forcing his shift up. So we
Senya's
don't have
also
the
banned.
automatic 3, the 3 usual
Blood
suspects.
Moon Haste? Maybe.
You could take that away early, right? Senya is on the ban, so Haste is another very, very just strong, especially in the early pick spot. You don't have to worry too much about later in the draft.
Lots of speed. Also, Rand is also banned. So maybe after banning all those units, speed things up a little bit.
Oh, we're seeing a shift here.
Taiwan is
Hazama going really aggressive with this Conquer and Release. He goes for
It is
Blood
the
Moon
Haste.
Haste.
Okay.
Big
I was
shift.
actually thinking it could potentially be like a tie-win into his Sage Vivian that he pulled off.
Get the
Another
bunny.
Moon Bunny!
Yeah, I mean, this time Moon Bunny actually makes some sense because
Oh,
she's
yes.
pretty decent into something like Emma Lilius, but I don't know, we haven't seen it work so well so far.
Not much. And there's that Solitaria from Hazama Ray before. You might just have to ban. But if that goes to the ban protection, you can't ban it.
We might see a Robbie potentially here. It's
Why Robbie?
actually, I think, a relatively safe pick into Go Maomi's side.
Oh.
Yeah, it's always getting to Laya, right? And against the other two, looks solid enough.
Yes. No more
I
Venoms.
like that at his ban protection DPS.
It is his character. He loves ban protecting it, and I think it's relatively safe here compared to most other primary DPS. Oh,
Okay,
might
I
be
was
going
thinking
for
about
that
this. I'm
Vivian.
surprised. Oh, Taiwan? Are we get the Taiwan combo?
Hazama.
It's kind of rough, though. Let's see.
Hazama is pulling everything from his pocket. There's not a set style for this player today. It's going everywhere.
I really
Final
like the
pick
Sage Vivian pick.
is the Ambitious Taiwan. And Ambitious Taiwan is actually pretty solid here because Knockwall's first skill 3 is not going to be able to land any debuffs because he automatically cleanses the first debuff.
Landy, can you go
Okay,
for it
so the
again?
Rat earlier.
MO
Finally
show.
making your debut. Very strong into the
Komyang
haste,
Mi.
potentially fixed damage against like Sylvian's defenses.
Oh, locked. Komyang loves.
Yeah, and lots
the
of
Urban Shadow.
injury versus these health scalers like Blood Moon Haste and this Ambitious Taiwan.
Since the Ray is gone, I think those injuries important against Haste, against Taiwan, some bulky units on the right. What do we finish with? Do you go for? Can you trust the Landy again if you have to? After
yeah,
that,
He upped the Solitaria.
All right.
And
Going the
it's a
must ban.
force ban. It's a force ban into something like this Sylvan Sage Vivian. However,
This one
it's
is
not,
definitely right. There's no 50-50. It's in the ban protection spot. We gotta get
however,
that out of there.
it's not amazing into someone like Ambitious Taiwan since he does automatically cleanse so many things.
Oh,
but
you're right.
there's enough debuffs
You gotta
potentially on
get
Go
it out.
Maomi's side that you really have to ban it. You can't risk that.
We still have
Maybe you're at it.
This unit has had some mixed results in this tournament.
We saw her get hit a lot and just immediately banned by both sides. They
yeah,
both
respect
say,
ban, respect
yeah,
ban.
this
But she
counters
wasn't
my
gonna
team.
dodge.
Didn't even
Yeah,
hesitate
completely
a
understandable.
second on that post ban. And gentlemen, this might be it. Hazama
Yes.
Ray
Yeah,
does
it
have a
could
solid
be the
draft.
I
final
like
one.
Cosmoray's draft here. The Taiwan, the Sylvian combo. Depends how much work Shu can get in.
Here we go. Game 5. We're in House number 8
if
on
you
a
wish to
championship point of E7WC.
See Conquer Lilius getting that first turn.
Such a good unit.
Vigor.
Not quite as strong as she was in the past, but look at this setup for the squad. We do activate the Moon Bunny.
Exactly.
This is it.
Yeah, Moon
But
Bunny gets the
you want those buffs.
Oh, that
What
attack
a
is
pull!
disgusting. So much damage. It just
Yeah.
with the perfect character on his team, the literal best draw. Can
Not only
anything go
that,
wrong
right?
for Hawk Marie today?
That's gonna cycle up the Sage Vivian on top of it too. Amazing pull here.
Still the barrier up from Moon Bunny.
Your final image.
Now, Knockball is going to go for that skill 3. However, it's not going to be
Let's see.
amazing here because of this ambitious Taiwan. He does automatically cleanse that, but Knockball still does have her skill 2 up right here. And it's maybe going to go on someone like the Taiwan. Yep.
Into the
His
Taiwan.
passive is no longer active for the next turns.
Lots of buffs on both teams. Good sleep.
Oh, we see the sleep
What a
actually come out
pull
of
from
this
Laya.
Moon Bunny.
That's
Okay,
important.
Yami rallying back a little bit.
Over Shadow
Okay,
Shoot.
Shu already at half health. Oh, he opts to go into Sylvian.
Yeah, does lower her max health by quite a bit right there. Didn't want to wake up that Blood Moon haste, so had to go for somebody else.
Some
Yeah, we
damage.
take off one
Less
focus.
stats.
We're gonna have to get through those, especially once we get lower than 3. We can start debuffing her.
This is gonna really hurt. We saw that Shu take so much damage before.
She's
I
just
mean,
gonna S1 here though, right? No, well, you want to scale up that S1 attack. So,
oh my god, that damage! She's barely alive, and she's kind of the carry here. However, we still do have Laya, you have to keep in mind. She is a
Go to
secondary carry, even if everything goes wrong.
See Lydia's in sleep. Laya.
Come on, we can do
Laya goes to that skill 2, pushing up the team, resetting some of those cooldowns a little bit.
Sweet cheers.
that's what
Knockball
Gomiami
has her
needs.
skill
He needs the
2 up
tempo.
again.
Gotta control the battlefield.
Shield. In.
All right.
Oh, we see the counterattack come out though, which is kind of nasty. Gets that secondary hit too.
Some heal back from the haste
Stacking
heal.
those seals now.
Sovereign Shadow Shoot. Less than 2k
She's
health.
pretty hurt. Goes that soul burn right there, doing a
Little
decent chunk of
buzz action.
damage.
She is.
That's
big
extra
on it.
damage, but another pull
Gets
from
the, yeah, now she's fully
another
stacked.
pull.
Mana tuning times
Is this
3.
it?
This S3 is gonna hurt.
without the shoot. Can
Laya
Golem
does
still
not
have this?
have her skill 3 yet.
Not yet. One turn away.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
Ooh,
okay, that was
that's
what he
actually
kind of
really
needed.
big.
But you still
You
have
got
to go
Skill
through.
Fire still too.
Golem has to
from
go
the
through
previous
haste
Moon Bunny.
and the Vivian Sage. Still
Vivian
looks like he's
still
in
has
trouble.
that vigor buff too. She's gonna hit really hard, but they have skill on those
Okay, we
there.
opt to rip the S3 into the Soul Burn. Get some healing for the team on top of it.
Here comes Nature's.
Oh my! Did you see the
Decent
amount of damage
damage.
to the knockball? And that's while
Yeah,
she
that
was
was through the
stealth. She
spell.
took half damage from that and still hit that.
It would have been even crazier if the skill nulls weren't there.
You're right.
Here we go. We saw this, what, the second, third marble already?
Oh, the
see the
haste
counterattack
and the
come out.
steal!
And he's gonna take her out.
Cosmo Ray!
If you wish to live.
About to
All
hit
it's got
that
left is the Laya
championship
S3
point.
in the back pocket.
The provokes in.
But you are
From
facing
Taiwan.
down a fully healthy team.
Everything
Now the
working.
problem is here, does she have Sweet Miracle?
She does.
Oh, and it is perfectly up on this rotation, the exact turn she needed. She's
Soul
able to
Burn.
Soul Burn here. Gonna take out that Blood Moon haste in one hit. No, goes
Wait,
the
he went for the
Vivian.
Sylvian. Hold up.
Spirit of Rock.
Takes out
Okay.
6,000 damage just
Besides,
enough.
she's the problem. He doesn't. He procs the haste, maybe hoping to control.
With the immunity, those sleeps. The haste will be the problem now with the passive up there.
Oh, is he gonna be able to survive? Because Blood Moon haste, he's got his skill 3 up, he has his passive on, so he's gonna do double damage. That it's gonna hit like a truck.
The time has
Yeah, the immunity 2 and the provoke is controlling here.
Another shot
It
in.
may not kill just because how tanky Laya
all
is,
together. How's this?
but it's not looking good.
Yeah, with the immunity.
But what if he opts instead for someone like the Moon Bunny? It might kill her, revive that
Here
Vivian.
we go. The Soul Burn though. We know we're gonna stall this one out for a while.
Double stun.
He does land the double stun and one defense break.
I don't
Then
have the
Here
time.
comes the slash
choose.
from the moon.
Stupid toys.
He does
Okay,
use it
the
on
Moon
Moon
Bunny.
Bunny.
He's
Then
out of
Down
here.
coming out.
My soul.
And the Vivian,
break.
Gets back.
the Vivian is creeping up just a little bit ahead of that Lion. She's defense broken. This Vivian's
Oh,
gonna do
yeah.
so much damage to her.
One
This is
health,
gonna hurt.
Oh,
but
my
19
Not
damage.
quite enough.
Huge amount.
not enough, but
Not enough. She had no souls either.
Souls on Gomiami's side. He has to rip this skill 3 to kill her, but
Spirit
it's gonna
of Rock.
give her heal and everything. But can he survive until his next skill 3?
Okay, Laya
He's
1v4.
cycling here.
1v4 Laya on the stage will be
You learned
incredible.
nothing from last time.
Tywin did Soulburn, so he's one turn off now. His S3 is locked and loaded.
At about 13,000 health, but he's slowly getting
the
taken down by
damages.
these tanks. She does enough right here.
Yeah. But she's getting very low.
There's no one else to call.
Yeah, she
against
calls
the
for
world.
help every time on skill 1, but she has no friends left.
Hazama just as
lonely.
rotate and just get things done. Skills, bigger up again.
All right.
At least there's double resist.
At least there's
25.
that.
Soulburn.
Oh,
Because resistance.
Okay.
Hold
The
on.
pushback
Hold
did
on.
go through, though. That's quite important.
Flash.
Wait, at the moment.
It's
Ambitious
5.
Tyrant goes to the skill 3, but it's sweet miracle. The resistance. She's fighting for her life.
No souls.
Laya, here comes.
Throw it in.
Spirit
To
bomb.
the Tywin Shirley.
Ambitious Tywin.
It's an archer.
He dies.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Laya healed a bit. She's still alive. She's fighting for a tournament life here solo.
She is.
She is. So the haste, 2 turns off his S3.
That's right.
We're going to go through the same kind of shuffling. Not enough to quite kill the Laya.
But the
He's
frenzy.
getting so low,
I
though.
don't think Laya can survive here. There's too much. She's gonna die on
Yeah,
that
she has
next
to
attack.
get one more follow-up. That's it.
No damage at all.
Taste despair.
And that's gonna be it.
This might just be it. Still bigger up on that haste with the pull. We'll
There
take out
it
Laya,
is.
and there it
Damn it.
is. The champion will be Hazama Ray for the E7WC
Wow.
2024.
4 in a row.
He won
That's-
every
That's 7 games in a
single
row.
match
7 in
here
a
on
row,
the
I should
stage.
say.
My god, that was incredible. Hazama Ray destroyed the tournament on his own. Defeated those Kizu, defeated Gobyang Mi games in a row. Not defeated at the grand final stage.
What a statement. Undisputed. Never dropped a game. 7-0 combined against both the Skizu, who beat him in the previous set, and against the champion, who never took an L.
Wow. Yeah, he just completely crushed everybody. It's actually
How?
over so quickly.
I was expecting a little longer of a grand finals, but
Oh,
it is
man,
what it
my heart
is.
is
It is
breaking
what
for
it is. We
KJ.
can't
Yeah.
change anything. Yeah, still the
He is
crowd
not-
really rooting for
Oh.
Gobyang Mi. Oh, and is that
Oh,
for Mom?
hey.
I think so.
Yeah, is that his mom or?
Well,
Who is that?
whoever it is, that's some support.
I believe Hazama, yeah, Hazama's mom actually came to Korea. I think she is Hazama's mom. It's
That
gotta
is
be.
awesome.
Wow.
Shout out to Hazama Mdiklev.
Uh-huh.
Imagine your son just beat everybody in Korea. She can't be more proud right now.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. And the chances that Hazama took turns out to be a little more lucky today. That landing was incredible. And this is the result that we have. 0-3, 1-4. There's one on Gobyang Mi, but that was from the advantage from the winners.
Yeah,
Hazama
hey,
Ray
guys
was
are
just
winners.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it Gomiami? He's the one that sent Hazam Ray to the losers, right, in the semis?
I think so, because they went up against
Yeah.
each other once.
So this,
Hazam
like,
Ray
I
is a
know the
changed
candy was
man.
really lucky, and it was really important for Hazam Ray early. Gomiami had bad luck with the candy, but you can't take away that this guy beat the 2 gentlemen that beat him previously, and in such a clean, sweet fashion.
Yes, that was 1-3 score for Gobyang Mi in that semifinals after. And guys, there will be a little, and I do have to move down to the stage to take it away from here.
All right. So, that was a pretty clean sweep right there from Hazama. A little bit
My
unfortunate,
God.
I will have to say. There was no signs of life on us Kizu or Gomiami's sides, but
Dude, that is insane. I don't know what Hazam Ray did in these 3 weeks, brother, but he went the distance.
yeah, I mean, maybe something changed with the meta a little bit. Maybe he learned a little bit more tech, or he researched his opponents really well, but he did a
All of
great
the
job.
above.
And you can see in the brackets right here, Gomiami, I mean, he was doing great. He was winning so many games in those winners matches, and then he
Mhm.
just
He
got
sent everybody to
completely
lose.
destroyed. Yeah, he was
Maybe
sending
got-
everyone down. He sent Hazam
Maybe
Ray
he
down.
got
Hazam
too
Ray said,
comfy.
"I'm back."
He got comfy at the top. He didn't have to grind out those matches in the Shark Tank, and it made him soft potentially.
Yeah, I mean, it might be something like that. It's a little bit too bad that he crushed them so hard because I think a lot of people were expecting more out of Gomaumi and Oskizu because both of them were looking really good in the previous matches, but Hazmari, I guess he was just a level above.
Yeah. All right,
we got the replay here. Oh man,
the BBK came up big this tournament. It did take one win, I think, and one loss. But man, when she was going ham, it was a sight to see.
Yeah, we didn't really see a ton of Genoa, and he didn't actually work out when he got picked. The BBK just did it better.
Jenna, right here, we got the better Genoa. The BBK cleaning up.
Yeah, just completely crushed them. We actually saw a little bit more variety of some of the units earlier on in the matches, especially since we saw like Top Honoluluka, Arbiter Mildred, we saw Bloodblade Karin. So I'm glad that we didn't only see some of the same units that we see a lot of, like Alaya, Death Dealer Ray.
I gave you a chance.
I think Go Maomi's Achilles heel was
too late to
that
say sorry.
Moon Bunny. He picked it 3 games, and it just didn't work for him at all. He just never really was able to utilize it.
It might have just been that was the crux of his plan, and Hazmare smelled it. He knew. He just kind of had the answers, right? It just felt like every draft, every play, even when RNG was kind of on Miami's side, which didn't happen too often, it just felt like everything came up Hazmare.
Yeah, I think the moment that we saw him pre-ban something like Faith Athletica, something was definitely wrong. Because he was essentially trying to say, I'm going to ban all these characters and pick Moon Bunny so you have no answers left. And Hazmare just pulled it out of the hat and like, hey, you don't see this character that often, but it beats your team. And Go Man went, oh crap, I didn't have something for that.
Exactly. Kind of revolved around that Moon Bunny we saw in the previous game, right? I noticed that the post-ban had to come out and the pre-ban in the next match. Definitely very telling for the overall force strategy.
Yeah, and as we saw right here, I mean, there definitely was a little bit of luckiness on Hazmare's side. He got some pretty nice dual attacks with like that Vision, for instance, or his Landy popping off in some of the games, but also some of his drafts just completely outdrafted his opponent. They were just better.
I knew the Sylvian Tywin was going to come out. It came out a little later because he picked the haste in that second pick spot, but man, he's been piloting these 2 units beautifully.
Yeah, he's definitely been spamming them non-stop. And we actually saw Blood Moon Haste come out, and well, we saw that skill 3 revives the Vivian. She just nukes that 4. Oh man, 19,000 damage. Now, if she hadn't been revived, it would be different.
Let's send it over, Jenna, to G-Club.
챔피언십 2024 대망의 영광의 우승자가 결정됐습니다. 정말 예측하기 어려운 결과들로 정말 손에 땀을 쥐는 승부들을 연출해내는데요. 우리 계승자 여러분들도 정말 긴장하면서 이 그랜드 파이널 무대를 지켜보지 않았을까 생각이 듭니다.
E7WC 2024 has crowned its glorious champion finally after the 2 months of journey. I imagine many of you were at the edge of your seats until watching the grand finals until the last breathtaking moment of victory.
자, 치열했던 에픽7 월드 아레나 챔피언십 2024 우승자에 대한 시상식을 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 자, 우승자 시상에는 슈퍼 크리에이티브의 김윤아 PD님께서 수고해 주시겠습니다. 여러분 박수로 환영해 주십시오.
And now we will proceed with the award ceremony. For the award, I had the honor of welcoming the head producer and the director of Epic7, super creative, Yuna Kim, on stage. Please give her a big round of applause.
김윤아 PD님 인기가 이 정도였어요. 네. 자, 에픽7 월드 아레나 챔피언십 2024 영광의 우승자 하자마 레이!
The glorious champion of E7WC 2024, Hazama Ray!
자, 우승을 기록한 하자마 레이 선수에게는 상금 $50,000와 함께 우승 트로피, 우승 반지, 그리고 인게임 테두리와 반지, 우승자 특별 스킨까지 모두 드리도록 하겠습니다. 다시 한번 여러분 뜨거운 박수를 부탁드립니다.
The champion Hazama Ray will receive $50,000 USD, the championship trophy, real-life champion ring, as well as in-game frame and also the ring, the special skin for the champion.
네, 자, 시상을 도와주신 슈퍼 크리에이티브의 김윤아 PD님께도 여러분 뜨거운 박수를 부탁드립니다.
Another round of applause from Yuna Kim, the head director of Super Creative. Thank you.
자, 이제 대망의 우승을 차지한 하자마리 선수를 만나보지 않을 수가 없는데 정말 우승 진심으로 축하드립니다.
恭喜你获胜。
谢谢大家。
Hazamare, congratulations sincerely with your victory.
자, 어떻게 보면 운명처럼 얻은 기회가 하자마리 선수를 이 챔피언의 자리까지 이끌어줬는데 지금 이 소감, 말해 무엇하겠냐마는 지금 소감 어떻습니까?
Hazamare, all these games led you into the victory. How are you feeling on stage right now?
命运的得到了机会，领了你上冠军。那获得冠军那一瞬刻的感想怎么样呢？
这次能够夺冠，我非常的激动，因为是我玩这游戏就是玩了4-5年，然后第一次可以夺得官方比赛的冠军，我非常的激动开心。
일단 제가 우승하게 돼서 정말 기쁘고요. 제가 이 게임을 4-5년 정도 했는데 처음으로 우승하게 돼서 정말 기쁩니다.
I'm so glad and happy about the victory today. I played Epic 7 about 4 to 5 years. I'm just so thrilled and happy that I am the champion.
자, 오늘 오스키지 선수와 고명미 선수를 상대로 완벽한 리벤지에 성공하면서 앞서 경기에서 3연승 그리고 그랜드 파이널에서 4연승까지 만들어냈습니다. 이런 실력 결승전 어떻게 준비했는지 좀 궁금합니다.
And you defeated Go Myung-mi and also Skizu with a perfect streak. And you were hiding some of those picks in your pocket. What was the strategy? How did you prepare for the final match?
你今天对打欧斯基斯跟孔阳米完全的胜利，那请问一下，你这个实力是藏起来的吗？还有你是怎么准备今天的比赛呢？
我为了准备今天的比赛，我就是基本上一直有在中国的朋友一起练习，然后我在这边要非常着重感谢我的好兄弟无心恋战、狗妈，还有像玄少，还有很多人，真的很感谢他们，没有他们我不可能夺得今天的冠军。
제가 이 대회를 위해서 특히 오늘을 위해서 중국 친구들이랑 연습을 정말 많이 했습니다. 그래서 이 자리를 통해서 그 친구들한테 감사한 말을 전하고 싶습니다.
I prepared by practicing and scrimming, having the mock matches against with my Chinese friends all the way throughout. I really sincerely want to send my thanks to my scrim partners out there.
자, 상금 5만 달러의 주인공이 되셨습니다. 혹시 어디에 쓸 건지 계획이 있는지 일단 물어보도록 하죠. 네.
So it's a big moment, $50,000 USD. That's a lot of money for the prize. Where do you plan to use that money?
你这次的奖金是5万元美金，那请问你这个奖金要怎么用呢？
这个因为还没有想。 之前一直没有想过就会夺冠，所以这个奖金目前还没有打算。
제가 이 상금을 또를 우승을 하게 될지는 예상치 못해가지고 아직 계획은 없습니다.
So I didn't know that I was going to win it all. So with the prize, I actually have no plans yet planned out for the prize.
방금 그 답변을 듣고 어머님께서 이렇게 활짝 웃고 계시다가
And
어머니 괜찮으시죠?
and we saw your mom smiling a little bit, but when you had those words, no mom included, her face did turn into poker face.
우리 응원해주신 어머니와 팬분들에게 한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
And any last words to your parents and also the fans visiting the venue today?
有没有请对你的父母或是你支持你的粉丝讲一句？
这一次因为。 我妈就是在韩国嘛，所以我这次过来也可以顺便看她，然后她也有一直陪伴我在韩国，就是吃住都帮助了很多。我在这边希望特别感谢，还有感谢就是在国内支持我的朋友们，非常感谢。
이번에 대회 때문에 대회 때문에 이제 엄마가 한국에 있어가지고 보게 될 수 있어서 정말 기뻤고요. 이번 며칠에 엄마가 정말 도움을 많이 주셨습니다. 그래서 감사한 말을 어머니께 전해주고 싶고 그리고 중국에서 저를 응원해주는 많은 팬분들께 감사한 인사를 전하고 싶습니다.
I'm really glad I was able to show what I was doing on stage because my mom was actually staying in Korea for this tournament. And also, I would like to send big thanks to all the Chinese community out there for sending support all the way.
어머니가 참으시다가 이제 눈물을 흘리고 계세요. 어머니가 눈물을 훔치고 계신데 눈물을 훔치면서 이 상금을 보고 계신데 더 한마디 하실 건 없는지. 예.
And your mom is in tears right now, and with the big championship money on the line, maybe you want to say something else.
因为你们现在有在流泪，有没有想要对他说什么呢？
妈，我拿了第一奖金，你想要买什么我都给你买。
제가 우승을 했습니다. 사고 싶은 거 있으면 뭐든 말씀해 주세요.
I won the tournament, so if there is anything you want to buy, just tell me.
와, 우리 어머님이 너무 행복하게 웃으시다가 처음으로 눈물을 흘리면서 박수를 치셨어요. 진심으로 축하드립니다. 여러분, 오늘의 우승자 세계 챔피언 하자마리에게 다시 한번 뜨거운 박수를 부탁드립니다.
Another big round of applause for the world champion, Hazamare.
자, 이렇게 해서 에픽7 월드 아레나 챔피언십 2024 최종 우승자 하자마레이 선수가 차지하는 모습을 함께 하셨습니다. 조금 장난기가 섞여 있긴 했지만 아주 감동스러운 인터뷰까지 아주 멋진 인터뷰였던 것 같습니다.
And now we do have the interview and Hazamare with a bit of wit inside, but that was very touching at the end.
자, 그리고 지금 이 순간 이 하단으로 나가고 있는 자막 보이실 거예요. 결승전 기념 스페셜 상품 우리 계승자 여러분들 절대 놓치지 말고 여러분 마음에 드시나요? 마음에 드시나요? 여러분이 행복해하시니 저도 너무 행복합니다. 절대 놓치지 말고 인게임 우편함으로 다들 여러분 갈 거니까요. 다들 모두 행복한 마음, 감사의 마음 받아주시기 바라겠습니다.
And as you can see at the bottom of the screen, special grand finals gift from E7 team right there. These will be sent to your in-game mailbox, so be sure to collect them as soon as possible.
네, 저희는 더 멋진 에픽7 월드라는 챔피언십, 더 멋진 대회와 이벤트로 찾아뵐 것을 약속드리면서 이만 물러가도록 하겠습니다. 이 감동의 자리를 가득 메워주신 우리 계승자 여러분들, 그리고 온라인으로 함께하고 계신 우리 시청자 여러분께 진심으로 감사 인사 전하면서 물러가겠습니다. 여러분 감사합니다.
And that's it from the stage. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone for watching. Whenever, wherever. Have an epic day.
I promise you eternal peace. Now, who's next?
Get ready. I'm only getting stronger from here. Whatever you got, bring it. I will come out on top. You ready for this?
Adventure is just beginning.
tip of this arrow will pierce you completely.
Extravagant things tend to be beautiful. You ran into me. How unlucky. Can you feel it? Judgment's touch, carried by the west wind.
The time has come. Out of respect, I'll use all my might.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's shine!